Yo, 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 yo. Is my mic on? It looks like it is, in fact. It looks like my mic is, in fact, on. What's up, gamers? Jumpy, hello, Mr. Shovelman. Hey, how you doing? Hey, Shovel, pause the stream. I'm busy. Okay. All right, and we're unpaused. Hopefully Tofu's not busy anymore. Hey, what's up, RKI? Why did it translate yo-yo? Oh, it translated yo-yo-yo-yo to I. Oh, man. Oh, they really cooking you on this one, RKI. This is unheard of. Hello, Nikki Nation. What's up? Okay, Productions with 12 months. Why isn't... I can see it in my overlay. I can see all the messages in my overlay. I can't see the messages on YouTube chat. What the heck? Hold on. I did the pausing the stream bit, and then it actually stopped chat from updating. Okay. It started updating again. Got jump scared by the stream starting. What is going on with my chat? Hold on. Let me try this again. Okay. Click this. All right. Okay, Productions with 12 months. Thank you so much. Okay, with the big 1 year membership. That's wild. So you should have the upgraded shovel badge as well. I think I can see it, although a little bit hard to see the details on the bright blue background on screen. But nice. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. I'm straight up jamming it right now. Oh, which jam? I know there are like several going live, right? I'm edit maxing. Got like 25 seconds of video cut within a day. Let's go. I'm sick currently and in bed, but seeing the Discord stream reminder made me pop up so fast. Well, make sure you take it nice and easy. Get some rest. Oh, yeah. Dude, the chat window is so buggy. What did they do? Did they break it? YouTube, what did you do? You could try opening it from the live page on your channel. Yeah, I have it open through like the pop-out window, which is how I use the thing that can pop it up on screen, but something has broken it pretty bad. Okay, Productions with a big donation that I can't read because my chat. Hold on. All right, looks like I just can't pop stuff up very easily right now. Shovel INSANDIO and this community changed my life last year. Thought I'd be depressed forever. Can't even imagine that I'd be cool, meet awesome people, and get support for my disability. I'm so proud to be here. Hey, plus 12 for the 12 months. Hey, we're really glad to have you here, okay? And I'm really glad that the community has been able to help you. I know for myself as well, like, I suffered from depression really badly when I was in college during my last year of school. And then for a little bit after I got out of school, and I know it can be really rough. So, yeah, I'm really happy to have you here, and I'm glad that you have some creative outlet and you have a community to be a part of. Yeah, and everyone spam the hearts in chat for okay. I'm doing my second game jam. I just clicked on. I almost Iceman. I almost accidentally timed you out. I clicked on your message to pop it up on screen, but that doesn't work without the special chat. I'm doing my second game jam, the Gwebble jam. Nice. I think Monarch is doing that one too, right? It's almost as if I can hear Shovel. Shovel, come back or else. Come back to what? Exactly, Jumpy. I'm so glad I didn't miss it. Oh, missed the stream. I missed the start of the stream. Yeah, I pushed it back to 12:30 because I was filming stuff in my other setup. It's like, because I have my main camera equipment over here, but the camera itself, I also have like the streaming setup right here, and I move the camera between the two, including all the lights and stuff. So I had to reset up all the lights, reset up the green screen, because I was filming this week for stuff coming to the YouTube channel soon. Soon-ish. Soon TM. And so I knew I needed extra time to set it all up. So I got up a little earlier than usual and set the stream a little later than usual. And I got it done in time. So I think Monarch is a little behind in the stream. Oh, right. Monarch is still watching the opening bit. I can't spell heart, so pretend I managed to find the emoji. Hey, Bing J. What's up, Bing J? Welcome in. Good to see you. Red Lee, good to see you. Jeremy R. I'm upsetty. I had no time to work on my game this week. It does be like that. Hyder, welcome in. Hyder draws. Good morning, Shovel John. How have you been? I've been all right. I've been all right. My hand still is in quite a bit of pain, but it's fine. I had to go buy like another bottle of Advil because I have been taking those to try to deal with it, but you know how it is. It is a good Saturday for a showcase, that's for sure. Forgot I wasn't caught up to the live stream. Poor Monarch trapped in the past again. It's tough out there. It's tough out there to be a Monarch trapped in the past. There's a joke there that I'm not going to make. But yeah, I think this week has been going pretty good, actually, all things considered. I physically can't be behind on the stream. I'm 15 hours ahead. Stream is still going, and Shovel revealed that Isadora's Edge is releasing right now. Dang, I got to tune into that one. That sounds like a fun stream. I want to be a part of it. I'm eating pizza, watching live stream. Life's good. Nice, nice, nice. Hope your hand is better, Shovel. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's rough. The way I injured my hand is stupid in the first place. I was doing a bit where me and Insandio were talking about Infinity Nikki and how she's collected all the the 5-star outfits that let you do the daily grind tasks by just striking a hot pose. So it's like instead of needing to go around and actually groom all the animals to collect the fur and stuff, she just hits a pose and it collects all the all the goodies from the animals nearby. And instead of needing to go pick the vegetables and pick the fruits and flowers and stuff, she strikes a pose at a different outfit and it collects all the nearby vegetables and stuff. And so I was doing the Nikki poses to collect stuff. And as I whipped my hand down to hit the pose, I caught it in my own shirt and just fucked it up real bad. I don't even know what I did, but I was doing a stupid bit and hurt myself. Yeah, pose for the fans maxing, basically. What team do you run in Pokemon Champions? So right now, I'm using a Trick Room team with Armarouge. I run Armarouge and Farigiraf that both have Trick Room, and then I try to I try to swindle the opponents by maneuvering around where they either don't expect the Trick Room, or I protect the Giraffe and Trick Room with Armarouge, or I switch Armarouge into some Charizard fire attack. So that the Flash Fire absorbs it, which lets me get the Trick Room off with the Giraffe, stuff like that. And then in the back, I have Mega Mawile I use, Conkeldurr, love some Conkeldurr. Mostly Conkeldurr for the Mach Punch coverage once the Trick Room ends, as well as Ice Punch to deal with Garchomp, because Garchomp was a struggle. Even with Play Rough on Mega Mawile, it was still rough to deal with Garchomp, because it's really hard to get Mawile in safely. I have Grandma, Torkoal, that I named Grandma, who I use to try to take rain away from rain teams, although that's hard because I feel like rain teams are sort of in an arms race of how much rain can they get, where it's like Sableye has Rain Dance, Grimmsnarl has Rain Dance, they got Pelipper setting rain with Drizzle, Mega Frostlass with Rain Dance, and so one little Grandma trying to stop all the rain from going up is really a giant pain, but that's what Grandma's there for. And then, did I list everybody? Feels like I forgot someone. Mawile, the Giraffe, Armarouge, Torkoal, Conkeldurr. Who am I forgetting? Oh, there's the sixth slot was originally King Gambit, but King Gambit was getting a little bit too, it was overlapping too much with Mawile. And so really only helped against the Overquill minimize spam because of Kowtow. And so I swapped out the King Gambit for a Sinistra because I wanted some grass coverage to help deal with Mega Swampert and deal with some other water types, and also to help support Mawile. But it really wasn't doing as good as I needed it to. Basically, Giraffe and Sinistra were both a little bit too supportive, and Armarouge and Mawile couldn't get the job done alone. And then also against teams where, against Swampert, where Sinistra is helpful, bringing Grandma as well wasn't really getting the job done. It's I needed 5 Pokemon to beat those, and it wasn't working. So recently I've been trying Primarina, but Primarina is not that great either. So yeah, I think the team that I have right now, I mean, I got to Master Ball tier pretty easily. And then I peaked at like 16,000 on the ladder or something like that. But it's just, the team itself is a little bit weak. So I'm thinking I might want to try out a Mega Frostlass team, just see how that feels. Just switch it up a little bit, you know? But, hey, Lizard in chat. What's up, Lizard? Good to see you. Okay, so I talked about Pokemon Champions for a long time and ignored chat. Good luck with the hand feeling better. Thank you, thank you. I might have a game to submit soon because I'm gonna try to do a game as an art fight attack. Art fight is where artists draw each other's OCs for a month every year. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So you're going to, your art for the art fight is going to be a game made with their OCs. That's sick. That's awesome. I have a pretty good Trick Room team with Mega Abomasnow that I've been trying out in Showdown. Oh, you should like post your team write up in Discord, in like the Gaming General or something, so I can check it out. I would love more ideas. I was searching for something in that 6th slot to help me with the tough matchups. It's like dealing with Charizard. I put Rock Slide on my Mega Mawile to help. And then Armarouge is very good into Charizard because generally Charizard has Heat Wave and Weather Ball, and in the sun, neither of those can even hurt Armarouge. So it's stuck Solar Beaming the Armarouge slot to deal any damage. And so Armarouge can win that 1v1 with 2 Psychics, especially in Trick Room. So Armarouge helps a lot, and then Mawile with Rock Slide for the end game. But so the Charizard matchup's a little bit tough, especially if they bring Garchomp. Garchomp really I struggle against, but as you can probably tell from Mawile and Armarouge being my like main 2 carries. And then Rain teams are tough. So something in the slot there would be great. But anyway, did you know that if you press like on the stream, Shovel will get 12 Tofillion more subscribers who will fund the release of Isadora's Edge and get you the game delivered by next Thursday? Did you know? Did you know? Thank you, Tofu. Yeah, as a reminder, make sure you click like on that stream if you enjoy Showcase Saturday. It really helps out way more than I would think. It's like there's such a direct correlation between likes and the performance. And not even as you would expect. It's like, well, if you get more views, of course more people will click like. So that correlation is obvious and not interesting. But it's actually like when a video has more likes than is expected for its current view count, that's how you know it's going to get pushed further. And so having more likes proportionally to the amount of viewers is how it's like it helps YouTube's algorithm understand that this is something that they should share to more people. It's one thing, like if I look at my like to view ratio on new shorts, I can sort of like project how well that short is going to translate to the wider audience. There are other metrics that matter too, but liking is way more important than I would have thought. So yeah, make sure you click that like button. Who up showcasing they Saturday right now? True. Today I played the playtest for a game called Blackout Jack on Steam, and it was really fun. Blackout Jack. Let me check it out. Let me see. Blackout Jack. Steam showing me some kind of news. Blackout Jack. It's in the buckshot roulette style of those, like, oh, by Blargus. I know Blargus, right? Hold on. Yeah, Blargus made the I forget what it's called, the game with the sword, Blood Thief, right? Oh, Blargus also made Blackout Jack. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. It sounds like the kind of thing I'd love to try out on stream if Blargus wants me to. Me with no cleave. As someone that doesn't follow Pokemon, I like your funny words, Magic Man. True. People come in for the indie dev and they get hit with my theoretical breakdowns of Pokemon champion teams. That's what it's all about in the long run. 4 days until GMTK. Ooh, exciting. Is my boy Haxorus ever used in competitive? I don't play Pokemon competitively, so I'm curious. Yeah, you can use Haxorus. I don't think he's in Champions right now, though, so I think he's literally not playable. Oh, no, Haxorus is in Champions? Okay, then Haxorus must suck right now because no one uses him. Hey, Shovelman, did you see I submitted a game for Showcase Saturday? Oh, yeah. You're on the list. Don't worry, Jumpy. I saw it. My team has Sableye with Prankster to get set gravity, and my Gengar's Focus Blast and Hypnosis are now 100% accurate. My other mons will have moves like Head Smash and Cross Chop to benefit from it, and Hex. Interesting. Gengar. Mega Gengar in I guess you didn't say Mega Gengar. You just said Gengar. But isn't Gengar fast? I considered Gengar on my Trick Room team, but... Yeah, Gengar's speed stat's 110? Dang, okay. All right. I guess you could hold like an Iron Ball if you're not going to Mega him or something, but... Forget Poke Rap. This is Poke Yap. True, it do be like that. Currently rising through Pokeball tier. Gotcha. Art fight, but the artists attack each other with their actual drawing instruments. Yeah, just straight up a duel. What games are on the menu today? We got some good ones. I know RKI submitted an experimental sand pushing game, so excited to see what that's about. Rock Slide Trauma got zeroed off by Aerodactyl plus T-Tar. Dude, sometimes you just get like Rock Slide crit flinched, and it's like, all right, you know what? I lose this one. It's fine. You know, I just accept it. I even have Wide Guard on my Armarouge to help deal with Rock Slide, but dude, the tough part is whenever I click Wide Guard, it's like I'm sitting in front of Aerodactyl Garchomp, and I'm like, all right, they want to like Earthquake Rock Slide, so might as well Wide Guard it to set up my Trick Room, and they're like, haha, I have clicked Stomping Tantrum and Dual Wing Beat. All right, whatever, dude. My next video should hopefully be done soon. It's a long one in the making, 3 months. Ooh, that's exciting. That's exciting. Yeah, I watched your making Pride outfits for your OCs. That was a good video. Ham Hog, welcome in, Ham Hog. How you doing? Ham Hog. What is this translation? I just clicked on it to pop it up on screen again. My brain is cooked. Tofu Strong. It do be like that. Where's my game dev secret short? Oh, I posted one this morning. It was about settings, about player preferences files, which is one that I know is probably not going to have too much cross-audience appeal. That's not like a general audience. That one is for beginner game devs who need the tip. It's like each game dev secret has its own like audience for it. Some are very wide audience, very applicable. Even people who aren't making games might be interested and know about it. Some of them are like, hey, if you're a beginner game dev, here's one for you. I try to keep it balanced. That's right. It's Blood Thief. Gotcha. Gwebble Jam in one day, by the way. The first prize almost exactly the amount of money needed to establish a company where Lily lives. Interesting. Hold on. How much? How much is that? Maybe I need to do a little Gwebble Jam. Use... if I could spell, that would be awesome. All right. I'm going to get there for sure. Believe you me. Believe you me. There we go. First place is $150, one-of-one autographed merch item, a one-year membership to Zinva, a one-year membership to IMS Creators, and a one-year membership to craftpix.net. Nice. Interesting. And it starts, yeah, in 24 hours. Almost exactly one day. That's exciting. Haxorus famously gets no good treatment from the devs. True. What is Haxorus' ability? Hold on. I haven't seen this guy ever. So, Rivalry, Mold Breaker, and Unnerve. Okay, what's his learn set? I'm guessing if he got Fake Out, he would probably be used, right? That's the only thing I can see. Yo, where is... Thank you. Okay. No, I don't want his Gen 5 learn set. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Why isn't his learn set showing up? Usually it's just right there on Bulbapedia. Yeah. In that case, I'm still not seeing anything. I mean, his coverage isn't that bad. He's got a lot of options. High attack. Yeah. In general, Haxorus' stats are just not that good, huh? It's not very bulky. Not that fast. Yeah. Yeah. Seems rough. Hello, I watch your YouTube shorts all the time. They've helped me a lot with my G-Develop game. I'll be working on for the next 9 years. Nice. I'm glad they're helpful. Mega Gengar. I'm not doing another jam because I always end up spending longer than the jam working on them. Yeah, it's like once the jam ends, you just keep going. I mean, I started Isadora's Edge for a game jam 4.5 years ago or something, so I can relate to you on that one. Bulky Gengar is a thing for Parastrap. Yeah. Bulky Gengar makes sense, but slow Gengar is like, he's a base 110. It's going to be frustrating when you get the Trick Room up and he's getting undersped. Like, I already get frustrated when the enemy has like a Primarina or something and it underspeeds my Armarouge in Trick Room. And it's like I'm running minimum speed lowering nature Armarouge and he's still getting undersped. And then like the guessing game with King Gambits is like, is it a fast King Gambit? So my Armarouge can Armor Cannon before the King Gambit goes, or is it a slow King Gambit and now he gets to go before my Armarouge? It's rough. Oh yeah, the sand game, straight up sanding it right now. Could I submit my game if it's a really pretty looking demo? Yeah, totally. No rule against that. RKI back to staying. Mega Gengar has like 135 base speed, so it can sleep before you move. Hex does double damage to anything that's sleep or paralyzed by my Sableye. So it's more of like a separate mode, right? So the Mega Gengar mode is with Sableye. I mean, leading Sableye Gengar seems a little dangerous, but I have so many settings on my game. Any advice on prototyping? Hold on. Using the other window because the pop-out window is not working. It's so tough to keep track of chat. Any advice on prototyping while I'm here? I'm still trying to work on my own game. So when it comes to prototyping, I think it's important to figure out what's like the vertical slice that you want to test and like get that vertical slice ready for testing. It's like my movement playtest, which I know you played through, Bing J. My movement playtest was what I thought the minimum acceptable like vertical slice of movement could be. And another thing with prototyping is you want to avoid the mistake of making your assets and making your individual pieces of the vertical slice too bare bones. You don't want people playtesting a prototype that's like gray boxed because play testers cannot see past a gray box. You have to reach like a visual minimum level of acceptability before they can focus on the mechanics and give you feedback on what on the thing you're prototyping. And it's just like an unfortunate reality because like otherwise there will be stuff that's rough around the edges because it's gray boxed that then they will not understand or that won't be communicated clearly or that they're not going to be able to relate to. And so you need some level of polish and some minimum visual level for your prototype to be properly playable. And figuring out what that minimum is so that you can get that prototype done as quickly as possible is very valuable. I think that's one of the reasons game jams are such a good means of forcing people into a prototyping mindset because you have such a limited time frame. And you're supposed to have a finished game, which means you need to get some level of visuals in there. But you can't spend forever polishing it. So usually game jam games they're a little bit beyond what I would generally consider a visual minimum, but that's sort of where game jams lie, right? They force you to get some level of visual polish in there without needing to spend too long on it. So that's another good way to think about it is like time box yourself on the visuals for certain stuff. So that you're not spending a lot of time polishing something when it's supposed to be just reaching a level that makes it play testable. Shovel Jam 100 times Craft Picks membership. I was trying to find a sponsor for the Shovel Jam, but yeah, I haven't been able to line one up yet. Rough. No way I'm competing as Big Shovel Man. I really, unfortunately, don't have time to do game jams right now. I would love to. I do love game jams, but really focused on both YouTube and the game. Oh, yeah, I started to say that earlier. I've been working on the script for my new devlog, and I think the script has come together extremely well. I'm really happy with it. I think it's going to be a good video, so y'all have to let me know once it comes out if you think I cooked on it or not. But I spent a lot of time working on this script because there was so much stuff I wanted to fit in there, so much stuff I wanted to say, but also I get very yappy when there's stuff I want to talk about. So I was really figuring out what are just the core pieces I want to talk about, how do they all flow together, and how can I say everything I want to without just sitting there and talking about just the most boring stuff for a long time. Like, how technical do I get? How much do I share? Like, and how do I keep it engaging and interesting for people? And I think I really struck a perfect balance. I'm very happy with it. But yeah, y'all have to let me know. Fake out for hackers, please. Yeah, looking at fake out users for my Trick Room team. I was using Incineroar for a while, but I think maybe I'm not good enough at the game to run Incineroar. And also, Torkoal, Armarouge, and Incineroar, and I just get cooked by Rain. Just cooked by Rain. And if they have a Milotic, it's over. Milotic, that team just can't do anything to Milotic. I can't even bring Incineroar, for one, so I don't have my fake out user because no way I'm intimidating Milotic. But anyone here know any good tools for animating vector art frame by frame? I've been animating limbs in the engine. It's become a bit limiting. Oh, Metronome. I think Spine is the one that comes to mind. Metronome, member for 11 months. Thank you, Metronome. Can we get a +2? I'm your sponsor now. You have to 1v1 me in Pokemon. Sounds good. Sounds good. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. 11 months. You're almost at the 1 year like upgraded shovel badge. That's cool. That's cool. Time zones. I wish to stay and watch cool games, but I must appear for the first hour then succumb to sleep. Somehow always still have a week. Yeah. Have a good rest. Have a good rest. Okay. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for the 12 months and the donation, and we're glad to have you as a part of the community. And I'll see if I need to push these streams a little earlier so that you have you can more comfortably watch. But yeah, thank you so much, and have a good rest. Isn't Spine for bone animation? I mean, drawing each frame individually. Oh, I mean, for drawing each frame individually, I mean, you could just use like Photoshop or something, right? There's something called Krita that I've never used, that I've seen people use. And I know I might need to ask Cypher. I think Cypher would have a good answer for you. Can I sponsor the Shovel Jam? Sounds good, Bing J. I'll be in touch. While working on my game, I wanted to submit, and I set the bar way too high. I had so much to do, but when I had a friend playtest, I realized the things I was worried about weren't an issue. Yeah, it's interesting. Like, playtesters really are good at finding things that you didn't think about, and then also not getting hung up on the stuff you were really worried about. It's like there are a couple bugs in the Isadora's movement playtest that I wanted to fix, but like I have like this like extreme perfectionist mindset, and so if I fixed everything I wanted to before doing the playtest would have happened like in a year and a half or something. So, so I just had to draw a line and say like, okay, it's good enough, and we'll see what people think about it. And then those bugs I was worried about, like literally no one hit them. So they're in my task board of stuff to probably fix eventually, especially before the demo. But yeah, there were much more pressing issues that I need to fix that the playtesters actually ran into that I was unaware of. So that's like it's a really good thing to not over-index on the stuff that you're worried about. I think I miscommunicated. Gengar plus Sableye team is a completely different one. I'm not running Trick Room and Champions. Oh, I see. Gravity is extremely underrated. I suggest you try it out. Yeah, I saw people doing Gravity because it lets you, like Earthquake flying types, right? Like Gravity with Garchomp is pretty good together, and then also the increased accuracy on Hypnosis. That sounds good. I'll be your sponsor. I have another $20. Lyra! Hey, Hawk says hello, Lyra. Oh yeah, an Abstract Spin. Welcome in. This stream is sponsored by Diet Coke. True, it do be like that. Get a delicious bottle of Diet Coke. It's not actually sponsored by Diet Coke, by the way. Hard to imagine Diet Coke being like, you know what? Where's that one game developer? Let's get him on the team. Can I be the Shovel Jam? RKI, you truly are the heart of the Shovel Jam. Yeah, but for vector art, I tried Krita and the vector tools weren't very good. I see. I use obscure, arcane, ancient tech for drawing software that apparently knows it's called Paint Tool Psi 2. Paint Tool Psi 2. Paint Tool Psi 2. You know it's good software when when the web page is just plain text. There's no fancy images, no nothing. Always moniker bring the odd one. Hey, RPXD, welcome in. Will there be a 2026 game jam? Probably not. My plan is to run the next game jam after the Isadora's Edge demo drops. If I got to where I wanted, I'd submit a finished game. True. I use an obscure program called Paint Tool Monarch 1. Dang. I drink so much Diet Coke. True, true. I like. I've been drinking Diet Coke and also Dr Pepper Zero. A little Doc Peppy every once in a while. Not too bad. Not too bad. I animate Bulbo's belief system frame by frame in your phone using Flip-a-Clip. Dang, that's sick. That's high level right there. Also, I'm offended I'm not considered a record runner when I clearly had the slowest time. Yeah, when I was working on the script, I was like, does OK want me to mention his slow run world record in the video? I don't know. I don't know if OK wants to be put on blast like that. But yeah. Yeah, I think the video is going well, and then I also was working on the combat refactor, like the combat, not even refactor, more like a combat upgrade, I guess you could call it, where I'm creating like a more advanced state machine system for managing the enemies so that their combat feels way more like they're intelligent and like actually reacting to Isadora, and they have like a plan and they're trying to accomplish their own goals. Beforehand, the enemies were much more treated like obstacles in the way of the level because you were progressing directly through it. And I was like, okay, you're going through it in one way, like one direction through the room, and the enemies will challenge you at one spot. So I need to be able to very distinctly give them a set of things that they do when you reach a certain spot. Like as you pass here, that's when they activate, and then they want to do these things, so you have to react to it. So the enemies were a combination of like combat and like room obstacles, more or less. But for being able to approach them in multiple directions and backtrack through the room and stuff, it didn't feel as good as I wanted it to. So, but the upgrades have been going really well. I thought it would take me a lot longer to get something I was happy with, but I'm already pretty pleased, you know. I shit you not, Psy 2 has dedicated vector layers and manually adjustable line pressure levels without a subscription as a one-time purchase. Nice. Nice. I mean, sounds like it might be a good program for animating vectors. And gravity makes every move 67% more accurate. Focus Blast and Thunder can finally hit. I was using Thunder on my Giraffe for a while as just a counter to rain teams so that I could Thunder the bird. But that 30%... I got to be so real with you. I was running Thunderbolt and Thunder. I tried both on my Giraffe, and I just was constantly getting the paralysis. I know it's 10% on Thunderbolt. I swear it's 100%. And Insandio can back me up. She was watching me use my Giraffe. Every time I click Thunderbolt, it paralyzes. Every time. Which normally would be a good thing. But when you're in Trick Room and it gets the paralysis, suddenly they underspeed you and you've lost the advantage of being in Trick Room. Not to mention... I was hitting the paralysis with Thunderbolt, and then they just never get paralyzed, which makes sense because they nerfed the paralysis rates for champions. But it was like, I give them this speed nerf, which works against me, and then they never actually get paralyzed. And it happened game after game after game. I think Thunderbolt, I only cast it one time and didn't get the paralysis. I was like, if I was just going for like a para-flinching like hacks team, then I would be just fine. But yeah, and then I switched to Thunder, and obviously Thunder's a 30%, so that was also constantly hitting paralysis. And it's like, generally the bird teams are ready for, I think Cybertron in his video, he talked about how he's been teching Thunderbolt onto the Giraffe to deal with Pelipper. And as soon as he said that, people started playing around it. His video came out. I watched it. He said, I'm putting Thunderbolt on the Giraffe to deal with Pelipper. And suddenly every rain team player is watching out for Thunderbolt on the Giraffe. So it became a lot less effective real quick. When you play my game, you'll probably see this, but for this game, almost all the art is made by taking a photo, rotoscoping, then compressing it so I could shove it onto the SNES. That's sick. That's sick. I mean, that sounds like a really cool style choice. Okay. But I have been spending a lot of time in the pre-game yapping section, and generally people are quite engaged during that. So I think people like it. But for this stream, at least, I want to get into the games a little bit sooner, just in case I need to tap out earlier because of like hand pain or something. You know? But yeah, so with that being said, Luna, member for 11 months. Oh, so this is how people have sent these. Luna with 11 months. Thank you so much, Luna. Can we get some +2s in chat for Luna? That's awesome. You're also just 1 month away from that upgraded badge. That's sick. That's sick. And thank you so much. I appreciate that. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Pull up some games. Okay, let me check the volume on this. Okay, let me lower it before I put it in y'all ears. Something like right here seems pretty decent, maybe. Okay. We have, first up, Sand Caban by RKI himself. The yap is gone. So this is, according to RKI, this is an experimental sand pushing game. So we got sandings, level sandlect, level times, parentheses, sand. Okay, let's just play. Objective, put sand of any height into the holes. WASD or arrow keys. Oh, I can't go left. So I can only go the direction on the block itself. Okay, next level. Easy peasy. Okay, so this has all 4 arrows, so I can move around. Push over here. And then push it down. Nice. We're pushing that sand. Get in there. Nice. All right, next level, next level. Press R to restart a level. Boom. Easy restart. It's so experimental. I watched Bubba lose his mind over this last night. Check out the world record holder for this. Ooh. So this is just like lining up the two bricks, this kind of puzzle. Nice. Easy peasy, easy peasy. I'm 2 minutes behind. This game looks fun. Nice. There's sand. Oh, okay. My directions are like blocked between 2. We have become a factory line. We are a perfect team. Uh-oh, I missed some. And there's no way to go collect it. Okay, okay, but. Nice level. Nice, nice. Oh, omnidirectional. Short sand eventually compresses into tall sand. Oh, so when I push the sand onto other sand, it builds up. So I can make like a little sand castle. Nice. Ooh. It's my sand. Nice. We're sand castling. Nice. Okay. I almost want to be able to get it even higher, like make one big glob of giant tall sand. But I assume that increases the complexity by quite a bit. Oh, and look at that perfect lineup. Next level, next level. Truly sandbox. Put tall sand in holes. Okay, so we push it up. Push it over. I'll come back down. Push it. Go up. Ah, I need to back out first, huh? Because this is permanently stuck behind me. Okay, okay. Back out, then push it up. Got it. So let's not go too high. Get a nice little cube here. Go down. Back out. Oh, no, I need to put it in front of him. Okay. Line that up. Back out. Boom. Pull this down. Push this over. Here's a little block of sand for you, homie. Hope you like it. And hopefully that's enough. Let's go. Gaming. Solve that right there. Zrinsky the Tinfoil Dishwasher. Who made this game? This is by RKI Orb Mage 3000. The genius himself. Put sand of any height into the dotted yellow area and remove sand of any height from the crossed red area. Ah, okay. Oh, look at that. Look at that perfect push. Oh, okay. I see. For some reason, I thought it would disappear as if it was in the hole as well. This incredible pushing. Nice. All right. Sandtastic. Wait. Sandastical. Sandastical. Objective. Put sand of any height into the dotted yellow area. Remove sand from the cross-red area. Okay, so I want to put sand in the yellow. Don't accidentally push it onto the red. Ignore the fact that this sand is a dude's face. No one can make me notice that, and I will not be noticing that. Get out of the red area, you clown. Uh-oh. Push you down a little. Nice. All right. Also, let's push you down a little bit, too. Boom. All right, now let's get some sand on this guy. Here, what we do is we compress it from both sides so that we create the ultimate fountain of youth, but the fountain is made of sand and there's no youth involved. And then we push it down. Easy, easy money. Okay, and we got a whole bunch in the red. Call me SpaceX IPO, the way I put so much in the red. Okay. All right, and then we push this way. And then we go up. Dude, this one is compressing like crazy. It turns into just like a single line. That's wild. Is there a better way to do this? I mean, I can create a... like that. And then that gives me one like really nice block to push. Not bad. I don't know if this sand right here counts as in the red, you know what I mean? Maybe it don't, I don't know. This might be the assistant. True. Although I'm not feeling too restricted by him. Uh-oh. RKI forced me to notice. That's exactly what I said I wasn't going to do. Okay. Alright. Let me just push this up. Boom. Nice. He's got 2 teeth. It's like 2 little fangs. Alright, next level. Next level. Only sand can pass through the grates. Oh. So I have to use compressed sand to push the sand through. Ah. I see you, RKI, getting tricky with it. Okay. So you said this is made with cellular automata, correct? So the fact that it's pixels, like, really helps you out with probably the logic behind the scenes. Creating... boom. Alright, and then we do it again. Straight up getting tricky with it. True. Then we use this. Perhaps I needed to create a single line. You know, I was under the impression that this would be enough. I don't think it will be. Alright, alright, alright. Learn from our past mistakes. Learn about our words and our deeds. We need to create as much of a spear of sand as we can possibly get. You know what I'm saying? Just a single, inscrutable spear of sand. Boom. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Smooth it out real nice. Okay, that's not tall enough. Yeah, yeah. Let's, like, line it up in the middle here so that we are really safe. Really safe. Okay. Oh. Alright, and then we compress down like this. Okay, we're accidentally creating too much excess, I think. Okay. Okay, yeah. We really want to smooth this out into a nice solid spear. Anyone straight up spearing it? Okay, so let's push like this. And then we want to come over here and, like, kill as much of this to the side as we can, right? Just straight up smoothing it out over and over again. Just creating a nice little line that we can easily defeat our opponents with. Like this. It's just like getting moved. It's not really doing what I want it to. The compression is not happening the way I would like it to. This is really unfortunate for a guy like me. Alright, we're just going to push it and see what happens. There we go. It was just enough. Just enough. Press go to fast space. Press space to go fast. Oh, I can zoom. Move diagonally and individually control each mover. Ah, I see. Okay. Easy, easy. Sandy base. Okay, only sand can pass through the grates. Got that. So we need to create just an incredible spear, as we did before. You know how it is. Easy. Yep, just keep compressing it. Boom, we've created a spear. Now we line it up. I push my other block. Nice. Okay. Push sand of any height into the hole. Okay, is this a conveyor belt? Oh my goodness. Nice. Uh-oh. I've done a bit of blundering. But just enough got through. Didn't blunder it too much. The objective only accepts tall sand. Okay, so I need to block it to build up. Oh, interesting. Okay. So if I block it, it builds up the tall sand. But once I let it through, it stops being tall. So I need to, like, force it to compress along the bottom. I'm going to be so real with you. I don't know why this is working. I actually don't understand why that was turning tall. Is it normal to feel like I'm just begging when asking streamers to play a game you made? Yeah, definitely don't post continuous updates in chat. Once you have submitted it to the Discord, you're in the list to be played, and I'm working my way through the list. Some people have been waiting a long time, so eventually I'll get there. But all right, next level. This is the Dark Souls of sand pushing puzzle games. True. Wind pushes sand without compressing it. And wind is blocked by walls. So I just push in like that with my wind blaster. But tall sand. Okay, so that doesn't compress. Okay, so this pushes just fine. Easy money. And then I need to compress the sand myself. And then push it. Oh, I see. I made a mistake. Oh, okay. The mistake almost didn't cook me. First, push that tall sand. That's just free money right there. That's free. And we push this very carefully. Don't put it up against the wall. And then we push all this nice and into the hole. Easy money, easy money. And then we compress this guy. And we take a well-deserved victory. Easy. Nice. Okay. Put sand of any height into the holes, okay? I can only move diagonally here. Okay. So I can push all of this sand, no problem. But I can no longer push it forward. And then I need to be able to, like, do this. Okay. So, I need to push this over and then get this guy out of the way. Then push this sand up in the way of that guy. Boom. Easy. Then get this sand up in the way of that guy. Easy. Then push this. Then get this over here. And then start pushing this sand up. Push that sand, get this back here. Push this sand. And then push it into the finale. Ooh, easy money. Easy money. Okay. I just want to clarify, it was not a question about you, but a different streamer. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, totally understand. Use diagonal sides to push long rows of sand quickly. Oh, like this? Get over there. Perhaps I don't understand what I was supposed to learn about here. Is it like I can line this up? Like with this diagonal side, I can create a line? Not really. Oh, because I can like shift it forward. I see, I see. So hold on. I want to restart this so I can try to do it the intended way. So the idea was I just like shift it forward and shift it forward and shift it forward and shift it forward and shift it forward. All right, that was the intention, I see. Got it. Let me just keep shifting it down. Easy, easy. Nice, nice. Remove sand of any height from the red area. This implies we'll need to keep tall sand in the red area. I could see, like, remove all the short sand from an area. Hey, it's a mushroom! Put short sand into the holes, okay? The conveyor belt doesn't compress sand, right? Or the fans don't compress sand either, so I just need to only push with the fans in this one, right? Okay. Oh, I think I might have already cooked myself, because that conveyor belt's going to stop it from going up against the wall, but now I can't get underneath it. Okay. So I need to leave room underneath this. Which is fine. We just do some slow pushing. Slow pushing this sand like I'm an Azir. Something like that? Is that a real joke? Okay, then we go from this side. And then I think that means we're in the clear because we can always use the conveyor belt to push it from the right. It was just don't push it too close to the bottom, I think, was like the last bit that I need to worry about. You're the first person to understand the diagonal sand pushing. Yeah, it wasn't obvious at first, but eventually I got what you wanted me to do there. Nice, okay. The mushroom has become giant pile of sand. Uh-oh. Nice. Just enough space. Just enough space. Walker Sheep. $2 with the Hey Shovel, love your vids. How do we submit games? Hey, thank you so much, Walker Sheep. Can we get some +2s in chat for Walker Sheep? I really appreciate that. And for submitting games, you just go to the Discord and there's a channel called Showcase Saturday. Just throw your game in there. Yeah, okay, gave you the full breakdown. Nice. Slowly push the sand in there. Easy. All right. Well, sand. Put short sand into the dotted yellow area. Okay. Oh, we just got to keep the sand safe. Oh, that's fun. Uh-oh, oh. Uh-oh, oh. I'm losing sand. Oh, no. Oh, I needed to be on the other side. Oh, I didn't realize it. Oh, no. Oh, gosh. Everything went wrong. All right. Did not realize. Okay, let's be very careful here. Just a little bit of okay. We're just pushing it all into the dirt. That's fine. Nice. Okay. Now we utterly blunder this. Don't worry. We can't possibly need that much sand, right? Oh my gosh! Only 63%. We need so much of the sand. We have to keep so much of the sand alive. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, oh my, no. It's all going wrong. Oh, someone help. Come on. That's gotta be enough, right? That's gotta be enough. You've gotta be joshing me. 98%, you've gotta be joshing me. Nice, nice. Can someone ban this Lodu guy? He was really annoying on his main account, and he's being annoying again on this account. Alright, cool. Flabber sanding. Alright. Okay, that one was tough. That one was a struggle. Put sand of any height into the hole. Candles lower sand height of sand range. Candles like auto, like they melt the sand? Oh. Candles eventually destroy sand. So right now they're all max height. So now they lower. So now... Oh, is this just a push it quickly? Boom. Okay. Out sanding. Got it, got it. I remembered I have $2 on my card. I don't know how to use it. Jumping with the $2 super chat. Thank you so much, Jumpy. Thank you. All right. Objective, put tall sand into the dotted yellow area. Candles can have different speeds at which they lower sand. Experiment. Oh. Don't forget to press space to go fast. Okay. All right. We got a little bit of sand in there. Oh, no. That sand is melting. Oh, no. This candle's melting, too. Oh, man. Ah! I thought that sand was safe. No! Get out of the candle! Okay. Oh, these candles are brutal. Okay. Okay. Now, can I whip this sand through here? Whee! Answer is not even close. All right. So, is there a way to tell? Okay, this one feels like it's really slow. Okay, that one's quite slow. What about this one? Okay, that one is a Giga Melter. So I'm guessing it's like the brightness. So we want to go through here because that's like the safest one. Can almost get through there completely unscathed. Okay. Any sand that touches that guy is just gone. All right, and then we push through here. Get out of there. It's too dangerous. Nice. Okay. Get out of there. Oh no! Honestly, you were safer in that. You were safer in that candle than trying to be rescued. That's my bad. That's my bad. Okay. All right. Nice. Nice. Okay. We found the way through. We found the way through. $1 on my cards now, or 1 cent on my card now. Simple Soda Studios. Welcome. Welcome. I'm also broke, Jumpy. I'm also brunk. You Sandbolt. Nice. Okay, so the brightness is how much they melt. You are not fast enough. I take that as a challenge. Whee! Oh. All right, well. Huh. You're not fast enough. Okay. Oh, but I can't, now I can't lift this sand up. The sand is stuck down here. If I create a line, right? Like use my little diagonal trick to create a line of sand. Okay. Okay. But is that going to be even close to enough sound? Let's find out. Almost, almost. If I didn't lose this up in the corner. But yeah, I'm going to lose all the rest of the sand before I can push any more in. Oh, I see, I see, I see. I get it, I get it, I get it, RKI, you savage beast. Okay, let's slowly push this up. Let's not use the little trick because it's too slow. Okay. Twisters. Uh-oh. Okay, I shouldn't have gone in like that. Lesson learned. Mistake made. Okay. I lost a little bit of sand there, but that's fine. Now we come set up the other side. Push down. Push down. Push down. All right, are you ready? Are y'all ready for the speed demon here? Here we go. Oh. I 100% was ready to zip around to the other side to just get the last bit in there at the last time. Quagvid, bro, this guy is hiding me, lol. Go to sleep, little bro. You're cringe. Ha ha ha. So funny. Oh, is this the same guy on another different account? That's so funny. You know, generally when someone gets banned in a chat for misbehaving, the thing they do to try to come back to the chat is to apologize for their behavior. That just a general piece of advice for the rest of your life is recognizing when you're the one in the wrong and apologizing and changing your behavior is a way to do way better in things. That'll get you a lot further than acting like essentially a spoiled child. Put short sand in the dotted yellow area and remove sand of any height from the crossed red area. Short sand. Okay, so I need... Does the air Okay, no, it's staying tall, right? So if I just push it over, that's not going to work. Okay. So I need to use... Okay, I need to use the candle to shorten it onto the other side and then lift it up. Nice, nice. Okay, so now we have short sand there. And then we need to be very careful not to compress it when we go around the other side. Okay, okay. Nice, nice, nice. Cool. Nice. Nice level. Any plans of another game jam? Yeah, I likely will run another game jam, but it won't be until Isadora's demo comes out, I think. That's the plan right now. If like I don't want to name any brands directly, but if there were certain brands who wanted to sponsor it and like had a specific timeline, I might be able to like work with them, but yeah, I got bad news for you, Zlodu. We have mods who are just gonna keep hiding your account, and this doesn't affect me at all. In fact, the amount of comments you're leaving is directly going to help the stream because YouTube sees that as engagement. So you are directly helping me by doing this. It's just a benefit to me, and it's a negative to yourself. In addition, if you want to be a game developer, you're going to have to learn how to please your customers because this behavior is, you are going to fail as a game dev if you do things like this. You're going to need to grow up quite a lot to succeed as a game developer. And that's, honestly, that is me trying to help you. I am an adult. I have been an adult for a long time. So and I have a lot of younger siblings. So childish behavior doesn't get to me at all. So my recommendation for you is unironically, you're going to need to grow up. Otherwise, you're going to have no chance to succeed in an industry as fierce as game development. So good luck. I honestly wish you the best. I hope that you can pull it together for your own sake. Good luck. Short sand into the dotted yellow line. Okay, well, there is like no risk of me compressing the sand, right? Oh, but I am on a timer, right? Because, oh, I need to work the streams together. I see. Okay. So we do like this so that none can accidentally go into the top. Okay. Oh. Dude, this one is tough. Do I need to block the on stream? I think I might already be cooked. How much sand do I need? If I just push this into the right spot. Like that. Lock it in over here. How much sand do I need? Okay, I don't need that much sand. Okay, RKI, you were very generous on this one. I appreciate that. Oh, not so generous. Not so generous. He's actually quite evil. Because it pushes it back out the other side. Is that intentional? Did you want it to push back out the other side like that? And can the ones on the far right? No, the far right ones can't even push up. Okay, RKI. RKI made it unreachable on the far right and unreachable on the very top. So rather than being quite generous, this is actually extremely unforgiving, huh? Okay. It actually compresses against the wall, making the objective go down. Right, right. Rather than generous, this is very unforgiving. Okay, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Create. Oh, no, this isn't going to work either because when I try to push the next wave... Okay, okay, I can reset. I can reset. Do I need to do like a constant wave through? No, it's... Okay, maybe that's the answer because of the fact that I only need to get... I just can't do it one bit at a time. I need one big successful like a heist. Okay. Uh-oh. I pushed so much off the ledge there. Wow, managing this many is really quite difficult. Oh, interesting. If you press up and right, that counts as diagonal, so they both stop moving. Okay, I see, I see. So I do think it is just about heisting as much sand as possible all at once. I think the diagonal movement might be messing me up. Like, instead of going diagonal, just quickly get to this side, get as much as possible, and then do another wave here, and then we just call that good, and this is the sand we're taking. And then we don't want to push any yet, right? We want to get it in position. First, we push this. Then we push this. And then we push the last wave. Then we push the last wave. Okay. Now we really do just need to line it up on the next one. So, like right here, and right here. Okay. Not bad. Oh, I went the wrong direction. I should have hid to the right. But that's fine because I just need to push it to the next location anyway. Push it to the next location. I started zigzagging again. I'm not supposed to zig nor zag. Okay. Now we push it to the next location. Next location. Okay. And now we just line this up. And we do our waves. If we go from the bottom, that's the best way to get it, right? Don't rush to the top. Nice, okay. We had way more than we needed. Okay. Time to zag before you zig. True. Nice, okay. That would... You only needed to get one small group of sand up to the finale, but getting that one group of sand up was pretty rough. Okay. Oh, and now I have the zigzaggers. Is this one... Do I just need to, like, create... I don't even see the sand. Hold on. Maybe I already pushed it off. There's one tiny line of sand. Okay. And I need to push short sand into the dotted yellow area, and it's already tall. So I need to first delete a little bit of it. Yes, first I need to push it down. So this is the one that saves it, right? Oh, and I can only move down once. Okay, so once I... Okay, once I move... Once I move the right diagonal, I can't move it any further. And once this is in place, No, I can move that back and forth. The only one I can't move back and forth is this upper right diagonal. So I need to push this here. And then get in position to push it... Okay. Push it in. Oh, I needed to move this guy. I need to move that guy. Got it, got it, got it. Okay. Get this in position. Oh, you know what? If I put this here, I can control it very carefully. No timing element required. Okay, there is a timing element required because for some reason I thought the wind pushing down and the wind pushing up was going to like cancel out its momentum. It does not do that actually. But I can still set it up like that so that it won't move up or down until I'm ready. And get this in position, push this into place, and then once it's in place, keep moving. Okay. Now, let it come down until we get it to the spot we want. Boom. Now we push it. Okay. Let's think. We push it in, and then we need to push it right back out. All right. Okay. Whew. I think we deleted one layer on top. I think we deleted one layer. And now if we push it here, now if we want it to go up, we simply move this. Okay, we catch it. We push it to the right until we get it in position. And then we're going to pull this out of the way. Boom. All right. Then we get this in position here, so it'll go into the right spot. And then we simply push it down until it gets to that wave. And then we're going to move this once it's in the wave. Oh, I moved it the wrong way. That's fine, that's fine. We can save it by canceling it out here. What? What? It wasn't canceled out? You gotta be kidding me. Oh, they weren't overlapping properly. They weren't overlapping properly. Brutal, brutal, brutal. Okay. But we got it figured out. We just need to execute. I thought I saved it with my sick little overlapping play. But you have to overlap those very carefully. Okay. Get it in position. And move. And then we want it to go down, so we move this guy. Catch it once it's ready. And catch. Okay. Then we push it. Oh, dang it. Okay. Dude, the double catching thing is a trap. I need to stop doing that. I should just time it. The double catching does not work as nicely as I want it to. Interesting strategy to cancel out the winds. I think it's making it harder. Yeah, I actually think canceling out the winds is making it harder than it would be. Okay, so we just push it. Let the wind catch it. Okay. But I didn't learn the timings at all because I was using my wind canceling strategy. So I want to wind cancel for this one. It's kind of sick. Get it right into the middle. Then we simply jump out of the way. Get here. All right. I didn't go high enough. Okay, we almost had it. Reminds me of the tractor beams from Portal 2. True. Almost had it. I like my canceling strategy, even though I think it's objectively worse than doing this the intended way. Objectively worse, but like 800 times sicker, right? Okay, let me get this out of the way. Get ready to catch it. And catch. Nice. Good catch. Catch. Perfect. Let's get this down here for safety. And get ready to push this in. Alright, and now it should get caught. Did not get caught. Okay. And catch. Perfect. Now we push. Get ready to push it down. Okay. Whew. Just barely caught it in time. Just barely caught it in time, but we got it. Nice. When do you think you'll finally finish Isadora's Edge? So I want to finish the demo for Isadora's Edge before like this time next year, ideally. I would have the demo out before like, you know, July. The sooner the better, obviously, but that's my goal. The combat playtest will likely be out before the end of this year. I would love to get the combat playtest out sooner, you know. Right now it's July. So maybe October-ish would be great, but yeah, almost let it slip. It was so close, but I barely caught it. Hey, Solid Plasma, welcome in. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right. Whew. Put short sand into the dotted yellow area. Short sand. So I need to separate. There's a mechanic for separate. Oh, the candle. I literally didn't see the candle. All right. We're going to create a nice line. And we do it again. Look at this. Look at this melting we're doing. Uh-oh. But now it's just going into the pit. I need to do this earlier. I need to get into this spot and do it like right here. Yeah. Yeah, y'all go up there. Oh, the sand pushed me. I haven't had the sand push me before. That's crazy. Okay. Wow, that's a lot of sand. There's a lot of sand coming through. Okay, okay. Quickly, quickly. Down. Oh, no, and then I'm compressing it. Wow, it is very difficult to get it down into the right spot. All right, 18%. Not bad, not bad. Okay. First, we create a perfect conveyor of sand up into the candle. A perfect conveyor, no notes. Then we need to start pushing real fast. All right, all right. Hey. You, get back over there. You'll melt anyway. Stop it. Bro, I only got so much wind. Oh, bro, I'm windless. Wait. Is that a wall? That's not a hole. That's a wall. That's a wall. Brother, that's a wall. Brother, that's a wall, actually. Yeah. Yeah, this is where you go, Sand. All right, perfect conveyor. That's a wall. Okay. Are they... is too much sand getting deleted? I don't know. I'm actually not sure. Oh, shit. Okay, there's so much sand. All right. All right. We just need perfect execution. Perfect execution. 100% perfect execution. No one's ever done it better. In the history of... Oh, I didn't think I was actually winning that one. I didn't think I was actually winning that one. Okay. Nice. True for a lot of levels. I think it's impressive for puzzle games. Must take a lot of time. True. I looked at the Steam page of Isadora's Edge. It looks so fun. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. Am I a millennial or am I Gen Z? I'm a millennial, baby. Harry Potter. Pumpkin spice latte. Oh my god, I can't even right now. Treadmills pass through walls. That's cool. Push the short sand into the holes. Okay. Easy. Boom. Can you say the line, a game dev secret? A game dev secret about pushing sand into holes. First things first, be an expert like me. Shovel is unk and ancient. Okay. Isadora's Steam page really needs an update. True. I haven't updated in a long time. Haha, the narwhal bacons at midnight, lay epic mustache. True. It is very, It is very millennial coded to when I was a teenager, people were baking narwhaling at midnight. Oh no. Only being able to move on diagonals is a puzzle that was never intended for someone's small, weak, feeble brain such as myself. Oh my god! Oh my goodness! I don't understand. The movement is impossible. We're getting one tiny grain of sand in there, and that's good. I need so much. I need so much. Isadora's Edge looks like a mix of Blasphemous and Cyberpunk. I like it. Hey, that's sort of like exactly what I'm going for, so I'll take that. No, 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 no. Get out of it. Get out of the candles. Get out of the candles. Okay, okay. 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 I keep saying okay, and if I keep saying it, it will make it okay. Am I right? Oh. Yes. No! No! It went bad so fast. It was going so good, and then it went so bad so quickly. Oh, no. Oh, no. I can't move up and down. Dude, taking away the cardinal direction movement is unbelievably mind-bending. I actually am just, like, not functioning. No, 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 no! Oh, shit. Whew. Oh. Whew. I thought Isadora's Edge was fairly simple, but our team programmer said it's a technical marvel. Would you be able to explain how so? I guess they probably watched some of my devlogs. There's just a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that are very cool. Like my rendering system is like a whole bunch of different viewports rendering on top of each other. Stuff like that, I assume is what he means. That by watching the devlogs, he learned that the stuff going on under the hood is very technical. Okay, okay. I don't... Oh, no, 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 candle. Oh, it ate some of my sand. Brother. All right. Nice, okay. Dude, I'm using 700% of my brain right now. I don't know how else to explain it. Oh, no, no, okay. You, get back over there. We're not losing you today, team. Okay, okay. Okay. No, 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 okay. We're safe, we're safe. Brother. Oh. It's impossible. It's impossible. It can't be done. Oh my goodness. Just keep pushing. Just keep pushing the sand. Just keep pushing the sand. Yes. Just keep pushing the sand. Yes. Yes. Push the sand. Yes. Just keep pushing the sand. Yes. Push the sand. No! No! Yes. No! Yes. Get out of there. No! No! Alright. Push the sand. Push the sand. No! No, no, no! Oh, it's all falling apart. No, 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 no. This is the most difficult thing I've ever done in my life. No! Oh. Oh. No! Okay. I was totally fine. Not even in any danger. Okay, push. Push, 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 push. Alright. No, no, no. Alright, up here, push. No, push, 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 push. Yes, 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 push. Yes, push, 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 push. Call me Mundo the way I push, push, push. No! Okay. Okay, okay. No, no, no. Okay, okay. We're fine, we're fine, we're fine. How much sand could we possibly need? How much sand could we possibly need? Push, push, push. Push, 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 push. Okay. Okay. Shovel, turn your head 45 degrees. Ah, now we're cooking. Oh, but I turned my head 45 degrees, and then I started pressing up to go up at the diagonal. So this still messes with my... It still messes with my senses either way. Okay, somehow that is not in the candle, and we take that. Okay. No, 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 no. Okay. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, okay. Push, 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 push. Push, push, push. Okay. Push. 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 Push the sand. 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 Okay. Push. Push the sand. Push the sand. Push the sand. Push it. Push it. Push it. The song? Push it real good. Reminds me of Insandio singing "Pump Up the Jam." She's like, "Pump up the jam, pump it up, put your ass on the floor." It's like it's not the line, but it's close. I mean, you got the spirit. Push it. Push the sand. Push the sand. Push the sand. Push the sand. No, that's the wrong way. That's not the way I want the sand to go. Oh my god, it's not going. Oh, okay, it's going. Oh no, 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 no. Yes, no, yes. Yes? No. No! Oh, somehow that's not in the candle. We're okay. Okay. Get out of there. It's dangerous. Okay. Okay. Come on, team. Come on, team. You've made it this far. We've lost several valuable brothers. I'm actually, am I making progress? I truly don't know. Bro, what am I doing? Oh, progress. Oh, no. Some of you may die, but that's a sacrifice. I thought shit. Oh, what am I to do? What am I to do? Arcade, was this supposed to be the hardest thing of all time? Was your intention with this level that only like giga brain genius 5,000 IQ people could complete it? Was that the idea? I don't understand. Help! Help! Oh shit! Ah shit, bro. I've been wiggling around for 10 minutes. I've moved this sand 1 inch to the left, 1 inch, and I've lost so much sand along the way. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Come on, brother, man, come on. No. Impatience will be the death of me. I need pure No! No. 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 Yes. Yes. No. Perhaps. Can you get... You... Oh, yeah. No. No. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I have created a perfect ring around this candle. I've created a perfect ring around this candle. Oh, snark. Okay. Okay. Brother man. Oh, what a push. No. Yeah. Yes. Oh. Okay, we don't want to push too much. Okay, we found the amount we're allowed to push that one. Okay, what if we start, scoot it up to safety, yes. Get it to safety. Yes. Okay. Then. Yes, we push. Push. Yes. Up. Yes. Okay, we lost a little bit. Don't get impatient now. Is that touching the sand? Okay, that's touching the candle. Okay. We learned. We adapt. We thrive. Somehow that sand is not in the candle, and I will take it. Intentionally played. Okay. No. Okay. No. We're losing so many good men. Okay. All right. We're safe from that corner candle. All right. Come on. Oh, okay. That was wrong. That was incorrect. This was not the correct move. I thought that was the correct move. No. I thought I had it all figured out. I was like, we've got it. We've got it in the bag. It's just going to go in. And it did not happen. Oh, 60, 81, 88, 89. No. Okay, I was looking at the percentage instead of my sand. Focus on the sand. Okay. We're so close. I can taste it. But I don't want to let any more of my sand die. Yes, I could sacrifice some and get a simple victory. But not on this day. Not today. Today we survive. Today we succeed. Today we triumph. There has never been a bigger success in human history. This is the crowning achievement of our species. All right. Whoo! Let's go. And now we push the sand with wind. Okay. Sand of any height. Oh. There's a hole there. Don't know if you noticed. All right. And we simply push it. Okay. Boom. All right. Nice. Okay. And we simply do giga safety strategies. You know, I've been able to press spacebar this whole time. I've been able to speed myself up this whole time, and I just don't use it. Why use it if I don't need it? You know what I'm saying? Okay, that's all going into a hole. That's so funny. I did not realize that was all just going into a hole. Oops. Up we go. All right. Oop. Okay, I pushed them into a hole. That's fine. We accept some minor losses. Some minor losses. Okay. Easy. Nice. Push it down. Push it down. Easy. 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 Oh, it's never been easier. Okay. And up we go. And up we go. And now we get all this sand too. Easy money. Okay, we accidentally just pushed some sand right into the hole. Sort of forgot about that hole there. What are you going to do? All right. And now we push this all to the right. A game to secret about ordering pizzas. Lyra, are you trying to eat some pizza right now? Oh, I could go for a pizza. This what I'm supposed to do? This looks like it. Nice. Okay. How long was the jam that you made this for, RKI? Or was this just like some experimentation in your own time? Nice. And we push, and we push, and we're fine. And we push. A 12-day jam. Holy smokes. You made this many levels in 12 days? In addition to like the experimental sand features in the first place? Actually, so impressive. Okay. And we push. 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 Push, 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 push. Yeah, push it. Oh. Fine. We're actually allowed to push that one. Oh, I accidentally pushed a bunch into the hole. Oops. Not my best maneuver. Always the risk that I have like made some huge mistake that I wasn't supposed to make, you know? I did too much compression that I wasn't supposed to do or something, but those are just the kind of risks we take in this life, you know what I'm saying? Alright. And we simply push. Along the bottom. How much sand did we really even need to bring? Oh, easy money. Easy money. Delta sand. Level 27 complete. Objective, put short sand in the dotted yellow area. Oh, Snarky's moving. Well, where's he going? So I somehow need to get this sand. Oh, it's falling into a hole. There's a hole. Oh, you gotta be joshing me. Oh. My brain hurts. My brain hurts. Okay. So there's like a big conveyor, and then there's floor. So obviously I need to get this to the safety of that conveyor belt. So this is like a good starting point. Honestly, it's not even enough push. Some of it is still going into the hole, huh? Well, we saved enough. All good. All right. All right. Oh, no. I was just... well, hopefully that sand wasn't important, huh? Okay, and then I need to push it through here, right? Oh, but I can't just straight up push it through there. Oh, and it's like... Oh, actually, it's coming to a nice stopping point out here. So I need to push it through the candle. All right, those two are melting. That's fine. You guys melt. No biggie. Y'all are free to melt on your own time. Okay. We're conveyoring. We're conveyoring. It's literally no big deal. Actually separating them a little bit so we have more room. That guy's on his own little adventure. It's fine. Okay. We're using fan and pushing strats to create a nice little sand block up here. Huh? Check it out. Etch a sketch, eat your heart out or something? Alright, now we push this off to the side. Right? The goal is just to get it ready for that candle. I mean, easy money. Alright, perfection. Okay, now I need to push it into the candle. And then what? Then we push it another round in to get it. It's a little bit tough. It's a little bit tough. Coaster Vortex, I made the music for this game. This is true. Oh, nice, nice. I like that. Okay. So I obviously want to push this into the candle so I can melt it because I need short sand. But then how do I get the sand back into... If I just push it through, then it'll be on the bottom. And I can loop it back in. And then as it's looping around, I push it in from the left. Or from the right. Got it. So we just do one of these movers. Just a little bit of melting. Just a little bit of melting, you know? Okay, some of the sand didn't melt. That's fine. I don't think we need to melt it all. They thought that sand could not be caught. Well, they were wrong. Is that sand going to be the difference maker? Probably not. Okay, now I'm no longer allowed to push it to make like a perfect little stack, right? Okay, so now I need to get this back into the conveyor belt. And I would like to do that where it's the safest. So first, we push it all the way to the left. Then we're going to push it up a little bit and then push it to the right. Because that has the biggest width, right? And then it's going to start conveyoring, I think. I could be wrong. Nice. Okay. And we do a little bit of that action, and then we start pushing it back onto the conveyor, one little skronk at a time, so that we don't break it, or so we don't lose it. You know, watch as it gets to the other side. Watch as it gets to the other side. Be careful. Okay. Push up, push up, push up. There we go. Don't kill any of my awesome sand. Okay, I probably killed some of the sand. Don't mind me. Okay. Don't push sand off the edge here. Wait, why did it all combine? Am I stupid? Was I, like, touching it? I thought conveyor belts couldn't combine sand. Well, let's find out. Oh, it comes out that side, so I need to rush to the other side. Oops. I thought the conveyor belt was a pure loop. Yeah, why did it combine? Am I dumb? Maybe conveyor belts can combine. Well. Maybe it's enough. I just need to go quickly. It's probably not enough, but let's find out. Oh, and I can't even, like, cheese it because I'm killing my own sand. Wow, this is hard. This one is hard. Conveyors combine sand if it goes into a wall. What the heck? Conveyor belts. That's messed up. That's messed up, actually. I would never do that to you, conveyor belts. I thought we were buds. That's fine. We've at least got ideas of a solution. That's enough sand. Alright, you all go up there. You all go up there one little bit at a time. Okay. We have work in the sand pushing company to pay for our cancer daughter's cure. Our cancer daughter. There's something quite dystopian about cancer daughter. All right. All right. I need to, like... Oops. Well, y'all have fun on a little adventure. You're going around the loop-de-doop-de maneuver. Actually, all things considered, not that bad. That's fine, that's fine. What's the worst can happen? I accidentally lose all my sand. Yeah, real likely. Okay. Combine it over here. Easy money. Push all this over here. Got it, got it, got it, got it. We're still creating perfect sand loopington. Oh, I need to push that sand all the way through, huh? Oh, if I actually let it melt a little bit more, the conveyor belts will have less of a, like, negative effect on, like, combining them, right? Maybe that's part of the solution. Go a little bit awesome on the combiners. Okay. We push it around. Okay, those combined. Because the wind pushed them into a wall, I see. I understand the mechanics now. Alright, now let's get these ready for the conveyor belt. Now, I know that looked like a crazy maneuver, and probably because it didn't make much sense. I wanted to get as much of this sand as possible onto this conveyor belt, like this, and then we rush around and hope for the best. Nice, it worked. Not really the ideal way to do it, but we got there. We got there. Thanks for playing. Oh, nice. Being able to destroy the letters is great. It said thanks for playing, but it also has an objective, right? You can't trick me. I know there's secret content. Nice. %. 100%. Let's go. Level 29 completed. That's sand, folks. Okay, back to the main menu. Nice. All right, and we have defeated San Caban. All 29 levels. Dang, 29 levels in a 12-day jam. Also with this like experimental concept is pretty wild. But let me mute the game and see if we can provide some useful feedback for this game. Oh, level times. Screenshot and share your time in the comments. Nice. Yeah, that's probably the fastest anyone's ever done it. Probably I'm the 36 minutes. That's probably the world record if I had to guess. That was beautiful. Yeah, so I think one thing that stands out obviously is that this like main mechanic of pushing the sand around. This is a great level to as an example for it. Pushing the sand around is really satisfying. It's cool the way it like leaves behind little bits and the way it like pools together. You're almost creating like topological maps of sand. It's very cool, and it creates these lines, and it's like it moves in not the most intuitive ways, but also it feels like you can kind of vibe it out. You don't really need to think about how the sand's going to move, and so sometimes it'll surprise you, but most of the time it kind of does what you expect, and it's just like a very satisfying mechanic to push the sand around. So I think that works really well. One thing that stands out, true. So I think the experimental sand mechanic works really well. I think you kind of cooked on that for sure. I think the moving of the blocks feels a little bit, it's like a little bit clunky, which I think you use to your advantage for the puzzles, right? It's like, it's not designed to be like the world's most optimal block mover. It's designed to make you like move the blocks around with the sand, right? And I think to some degree, like that works because you can enable the puzzles. But it also is a little bit to your detriment. I think it almost hurts the satisfaction of just how fun it is to push the sand around, that the blocks themselves are like a little bit clunky to actually control. I feel like you could have like a really solid like sand simulation thing going on with the mechanics you've implemented, but is a little bit held back by the clunkier controller. And it's because it's like this omnidirectional, like, you know, pixel movement, which I think is like required for this game, right? Like, it's hard to imagine this game working without this movement. But I do wonder if there's a way to make the movement a lot more free flowing and rotational and still have it work with like the automata, you know? If instead of a big block, it was like a big dustpan or whatever, and I'm trying to like pick up sand, something like that could work really well. And I think that you have these omnidirectional movers and the small movers, and they have like different edges, like different diagonals, different shapes overall of the blocks, different block types, and different ways the blocks can move. And I think all of that is very cool. But I do think you could also experiment more with oh, wow, that's already done. You can experiment more with different shapes that, like, the way they move sand, like a big, like, you know, pincers sticking off of a thing that really, like, pull the sand together, or, like, a block that spins as it moves, so it's constantly, like, flinging sand around. I think stuff like that could be very satisfying. Yeah, it's like, see how this block is smaller, so it also has smaller corners. And so that's like interesting because it means I can only push these like really like thin blocks. And I think you could use that to your advantage a lot on the puzzles, like making it so that the your new utensil or whatever you want to call it that you're using heavily affects what the puzzle is going to be like. And to some extent you did that. Is there a way to go back to the main menu? Oh, right. I have to press double escape. Like one of these levels. Yeah, it's like this one, you did a cool version of this with the with this block, because not only is it like this big octagon stop sign shape, but also it has a fan at the bottom. So this is like a very unique object that you have to think about how it's going to interact with the sand. And first you use this big edge to push things up to the top, and then you get in position to actually blow it down to the bottom. And I think that's really cool. I think that works very well, actually. And so I think you could do more with that as well. Like different ways of actually getting the uniqueness of your movement on like taking full advantage of it, you know? I think the candles also add like a nice puzzle element where you have places you don't want the sand to go. The original idea was inspired by the same calligraphy videos. At first, I wanted to give you fine control over rotation position, but ended up making a simpler block because it enabled easier level design. Yeah, I think that makes perfect sense. I think the level design is going to be simplified a lot by the blocks having very like strict edges and corners and stuff, and the way they interact with the sand is also going to be quite specific. And so I think that does help with level design. So I think for a game jam, especially a 12-day jam, that suggestion is like totally out the window. Like it'd be hard to imagine being able to work that into a 12-day game jam. But I think if you wanted this to be a bigger project or a larger game, being able to, that's the kind of thing that I think would really help it excel, where it's like if different levels had like different obstacles. And so it's like you move to the world where now you're using like a dustpan or using pincers, like you're collecting sand, I don't know, with scissors, like with shoes. There's all kinds of different shapes you could do that would be interesting, I think. Different worlds and stuff. Like there are lots of conveyor belt levels and lots of wind-based levels, and I think you could make those as like main mechanics of a world where, you know, fans and all kinds of stuff like that. Additionally, you could probably do hilariously a sandbox mode where you can build your own tool, but that's like a whole other idea. Yeah, and then interesting, this level was like so much easier than the levels before it. Unless this is just like, this is just supposed to teach you that treadmills go through walls and not really be a challenge. It is funny how much easier this is than all the other ones. This one almost feels like a battleground. Like, it feels like there's some kind of environmental storytelling going on with this level. But yeah, I think that the core mechanic is very cool. With the way the sand pushes, I think you absolutely cooked on that. There's no doubt. And then I also think that, your level design with how you made the puzzles is very good. I think you took advantage of the things you made and the tools you had accessible to you and made a bunch of very satisfying puzzles. Soko Sand made a bunch of satisfying puzzles using those ideas. So I think that all worked extremely well. The one thing I would think about is how you lean into that satisfying feeling to keep the sand moving interesting the whole time. Because I do think near the end of the difficulty is a bit all over the place. True. But I think that's not that big of a deal. I think near the end, I sort of got it. I was like, yeah, I get these puzzles. And so I was like, it was still satisfying to beat them, but not as satisfying as it was in the beginning. So I think the beginning had a bit of a lull in like learning how the sand works and like getting used to it. And then the end had a bit of a lull, but you had like a really good flow. There was like a really good sense of flow in the middle. And I think keeping that flow up, you know, funnily enough, speaking of sand, I think keeping that flow up is something that could be very valuable to figure out. 5 sand at Tall Sands, Sandalwood, Sand 2, the final sand, metronome popping off in chat. Additionally, thinking of like, what are all the things that like what are the ways to thematically lean into sand? I think, like Zen gardens come to mind with how people are like, you know, trying to get like specific patterns or whatever. So I think doing some like Zen garden maintenance type stuff could be cool, where it's like you have like certain areas where you need tall sand and certain areas where you need short sand, and there's like a nice pattern to it, so it feels like you're trying to scoop the sand into like a Zen garden pattern, and then you get like some whatever your tool shape is that lets you do it, and then you could make the puzzles very open-ended, and so I think that's something you could lean into too, and this is the kind of game where I could imagine having multiple game modes where you have like your puzzle mode and then you also have like the satisfying Zen garden mode. There's a lot of ways you could take this game idea and expand it into a full project, because I think the idea itself is super sound. I almost said a super sand. Oh, chat infected me. Chat really got into my brain on that one. Isandora's Edge, true. Sandio. Insand shovel. Inbound sandal. Yeah, so I think there's a like for an experimental concept, I think you really nailed it. Yeah, sand is already in Insandio. Yeah, and so I think the experiment worked fantastically. And then there really are like a million different ways you could take this. And I think a puzzle game is really good for a jam, but it's also like very discreet, right? Expanding on this would require a lot more levels and different worlds, and that's how you would turn it into like a full package if you wanted to, obviously. So that's going to be like a lot of bespoke content. You're going to have to really balance the curve, and you have to make sure you don't lose people. That's going to be tough. So there's other ways you could take this idea that makes it work a little bit cleaner, right? But at first I wanted to make you drag the blocks into the level so you could craft your own blocks, but I scrapped it. That could be interesting. Yeah. I think that could work. I think there's lots of ways. You can do like sandboxy stuff, you know, pun intended. You could do more like relaxing, cozy stuff. Yeah, I think pushing the sand around is satisfying. I really liked pushing the sand around with the wind. I think I found using the wind more satisfying than using the block, which is interesting. I don't know if that's a common feeling among playtesters, but that's something that like stands out to me as an interesting piece of data from this experiment. That when I was pushing it around with the block itself, it felt a little bit like less interesting. But when I was using the wind to push it, I was very intrigued. And I think maybe that is because pushing with the block is very limited in scope. Like I'm only pushing the sand that's directly around me, right? I don't have as much influence. But when I'm pushing with wind, I can almost set up like wind tunnels, right? I can set up a whole path of sand. And so I think maybe that's something to try out too, is like you can swap between control of multiple blocks so that you can push, because you already have that, but you control the blocks at the same time. And so that was very interesting to me, where I was almost setting up like a wind tunnel and seeing how it played out. I feel like maybe that's fun too. Like set up a lot of wind tunnels and see if it pushes the sand exactly as you expect it to. Almost Rube Goldberg-esque. But yeah, this is an interesting one. I think as far as game jams go, I think this is an extremely successful game jam game. I would give it probably 5 stars in every category, depending on what the categories are, right? If one of the categories is, you know, no sand allowed, then obviously you're getting a 1 star in that one. And if the theme was like, I don't know, jelly beans, I would be a little bit confused how this, you know, how this applies. But assuming normal categories and then this fits the theme, it would just be a perfect score in every category, right? But for turning it, as far as it goes as a prototype, I would be interested in seeing what other ways you could work with this like cellular automata sand and finding out which one is the most satisfying. The theme was candle. Oh, and then the candles melt the sand. I see. The theme was candle as a required item. Got it. Zakes, hello, ZayXX. Yeah, so that's sort of where I'm at. I think it would be worth, because you already have like the visual polish at like the acceptable level. You have a lot of cool mechanics. You got a lot of stuff that works together. I would consider probably making like prototyping out a couple different like versions of how you would want the game to work, you know? And then playtesting all of those and seeing which one works best with this mechanic. Because I think the work you did into the mechanic is very solid. And I'm not sure off the dome which version of this game is the most satisfying version of it. But there's something there for sure. But yeah, awesome. Hey man, I'm thinking of making a game where you're on your desktop fighting gamified computer viruses with your reaction time and doing resource management, kind of like FNAF. What do you think? Prototyping phase, calling it Task Manager. I mean, I think Task Manager is a cool name. I would wonder about the SEO of that. I think you might run into issues with people being unable to find your game, because when they Google Task Manager, they're not going to get your game. Now, if you search Task Manager game, if nothing else shows up, like that's actually something I recommend doing it. Like I would go to Google, type Task Manager game and see what pops up. The top one is Habitica Gamify Your Life, which is gamifying your tasks. Then there's a game called The Task Manager, which is a short game where you take the role of an office worker. That's something worth doing just to make sure you're not like going to be completely boxed out on people being able to find your game. But the idea of like a FNAF style virus manager makes a lot of sense. Although FNAF really leans into the like anxiety and like the nervousness that you get from like trying to survive while with all the stuff you're managing. Like it is both resource management but also horror, and I think that those two work really, really well, like hand in hand. Sand and sand. And so like one where you're trying to protect your computer from viruses feels like you're losing a little bit of the horror element, which might make the task management stuff fall a little bit flatter. So that is just something to keep in mind, something you might have to work on. But yeah. Okay. Let's pull up the next game. Let me go to my talking head view. Oops. Or what if I just open Sand Command again, huh? Consider. Shovel. Thanks for playing Shovel. Your feedback's always very valuable. Hey, RKI. I'm glad I helped. I feel like it's very experimental, so it's hard to like know for sure what the right answer is, and that's like a cool part of doing experimental games. So I think probably my biggest piece of feedback for you would be to continue experimenting, because the mechanic itself is very satisfying, but I think it's like a step or two away from really cracking the formula of what makes pushing around the sand so satisfying. I feel like there's something there for sure. But, and I think one thing that's interesting is when you're playing with a Zen garden, one of the things that I really like about it is how it has like the prongs, and you can move like multiple piles of sand at the same time. And when you're moving sand, there's something really satisfying about how there's still sand underneath. And so you're creating like piles of sand on top of other sand. So that's something I would think about too. Maybe making, rather than, there is sand and then there's empty floor. What if there's like just a thin layer of sand at all times that you can dig all the way to the bottom, but it starts with like, 2 or 3 layer sand and it can go all the way up to like 10 or something. And seeing what that feels like to create like different mountains and piles as things like push around. Additionally, making instruments that have like multiple prongs so that as you move your device, you're like creating pools and piles of sand in like different spots and stuff like that. Yeah, something like that. Okay, cool. Next up, we have Dumpling. And let me turn the audio back on, although it's very quiet. Hold on. It might be a little too quiet, actually. Like I can't even really hear it. Okay, now I can hear it. That's very quiet for y'all, right? Turn up a little bit. Okay, that seems more acceptable. A sand of possibilities. Thousands of possibilities. Something like that. Okay, I'm sorry. You know what? Okay. All right. Dumpling. Press enter to begin. Classic mode, damage rush mode. Okay, I can't play damage rush mode. Settings. Can I just mess with the audio in here? Oops. Okay. Turn. Classic mode. Ooh. Okay. Bowser the Overseer. Is that my only character? Okay, I only have access to Bowser. Play. My torches are pretty low. I don't have much torches on this homie. Okay, it suddenly got louder when I wasn't in the main menu. So I'm throwing my dumplings. Yo, you don't want a taste of these dumplings, homie. Aim with mouse, I'm doing it. Oh. I couldn't even see that enemy. Nice. Defeat enemies to get points. I'm getting points. Survive for 35 seconds. That's pretty good. Boom. Boom. Q opens shop menu. Got it. So I can buy upgrades. How much money do I have? Do I have 5 money? Pierce damage projectiles. Okay, max projectile seems broken. Okay, I do have 5 money. Okay, well, I just want more projectiles, right? That seems pretty good. And let's increase their damage by a little bit and increase... Okay, I can't upgrade that any further. And let's get 1 row of piercing, huh? Okay, close the menu. Okay, I feel like that's a massive upgrade, right? I feel like this is so much better than I was, like, seconds ago. Nice sounds. I like the crunchy. Is it too loud, by the way? Let me know if it's too loud. Oh, it's raining! A supply crate's coming. I want that. Increase your maximum projectile count by 1. Well, this seems like a waste, considering it only costs 1 point. Every 5th shot fires an extra projectile, or constantly fire carrots in a spiral pattern. Yeah, I'll take some carrots, please. Let's go. It looks like the carrots don't scale off of my upgrades. Well, I already have 6 upgrade points. Oh, it's not escape, it's Q. 6 upgrade points? That's 7? That's... Okay, I can't get any more projectiles. All right, you caught me. You caught me. Okay, let's get more damage. Make sure we're taking stuff down. And then let's increase my range by a little bit. Increase my fire rate. Yeah, the fire rate increase is horrible. So I'm going range, stamina. I don't know what stamina is even good for. So I'm just going to increase my projectile speed a little bit. All right. Oh my gosh. It is just an unstoppable onslaught of dumplings. Collect supply crates for new skills. Okay. Nice. Did I get a supply crate drop? I can't see nothing. Enemies will stop spawning after the second boss. Got it. Dude, the damage spread here is unreal. Okay. Supply crate coming in 4 seconds. Yes. I would like to choose one of 3 things. I would like to choose. Yes. Fire projectiles from back and front simultaneously. Yeah. That seems pretty good. Oh, but it uses half of my projectiles. I assumed it would just shoot 4 from the front and 4 from the back. What the hell? Dude, they scrunked me. Although, actually, probably getting the double-sided coverage is better, if I had to guess. And I have 15 points! Can I still not upgrade this? Dude, that only gives me 4 projectiles? That sucks. Okay, let's get some damage. Let's get some piercing. Let's get multiple waves of piercing. Some damage. And increase my fire rate. Increase my projectile speed. Some range. Sure. So now, I'm just a wall of pain, for sure. Wow, that guy's got some HP, huh? Oh, it's probably the boss. Luckily, I got carrots helping me out. Oh. Did they destroy my fire? Oh, no, that's the boss. Oh, my gosh. Wow, he has so much HP. What the heck? Nope. Oh, there's a heart over there. I'd like to go get that. Supply crate's coming. That would be hugely helpful. Oh, dodging. Yeah, you thought? Man, bro got some health. Okay. Reduce projectile spread when firing multiple projectiles, putting them into tighter shots. 0.3 seconds of invincibility after hit, or projectiles have a chance of exploding. Yeah, I'll take the explosions. Oh, dodging. Gaming. Music going absolutely crazy right now. Yeah, this guy's getting kind of cooked. Although firing half of my bullets just out behind me right now is not the most ideal situation. I'll take some healing. Whoa, brother! I'm gonna need you to chill, my guy. I've lost track of my mouse. Okay, found it. Am I supposed to have like a higher damage number right now or something? Because I guess the piercing. I put a lot of points into piercing. It's not helping me at all against this guy. A good lesson to just focus damage, huh? Yeah, I can tell what's happening. Okay. Up. Gosh. A supply crate? That is a supply crate. His health wiggling like crazy. Reduce your aim, but projectiles home in? I don't really want to reduce the spread. Okay, projectiles home in. That seems pretty good. Reduce my aim, so... I definitely need higher damage, that's for sure. Oh my gosh, they're looping around on him. That's good stuff right there. The looping is so funny. Nice. Alright. Andy's down. Do I get a crate for that? Dude, no crate for beating the boss? That's messed up. Okay, let's take some damage upgrades. Okay. I can't close the menu. Alright. Look at my beautiful ballet of dumplings. A supply crate coming. Yo. My ballet of Bowser. Supply crate. Dash. I have a dash. Wait, I have a dash. Every 3 seconds, throw a giant fried egg at the nearest enemy. Projectiles gather in a swarm and spiral around the player. Well, I've already got spiral going on. In honor of my wife Insandio, I'm picking the giant fried egg. Because that is like Insandio's favorite thing on the planet. Eggs. Insandio's doctor said, like, oh, cholesterol could be a concern, so you want to make sure you limit cholesterol consumption. And she's like, oh, but eggs have a lot of cholesterol. And the doctor's like, probably don't want to have more than 1 egg a day. So catch Insandio staring at the fridge, like, what should I eat? Fuck my doctor! And eats eggs. Oh, okay. Oh, I got a bunch of levels. The leveling up is really somewhat hard to notice, actually. Increase my fire rate. Yeah, more bullets seems good. Projectile speed. Oh, and more range seems nice too. Let's go a couple more upgrade. Nice. Oh, okay. I can't tell what's happening. Oh. Where am I? Who are these onions? Okay. Garlic, maybe? Oh. Are there any health drops? Supply crate. Don't mind that. Oh. What's going on? Oh, what's happening? Where am I? Okay, I'm leveling up. I feel like I might need some more damage. Damage. And get my fire rate up. And let's increase my projectile speed. Alright. Nice. Oh, supply crate. Let's go. Spawn 2 additional campfires. I don't know what that does. Every fish shot fires an extra projectile? Sure. Seems like shockingly weak when it only costs like 1 level up to get max projectiles, but you know, eggs have a lot of protein. Okay. I think I want fire rate up and probably just more damage at this point. Yeah, I have like a non-stop wave of dumplings annihilating stuff that like gets close to me. So at this point, I think my main concern is definitely my damage output to take the enemies down and be ready for the boss. Plus, I got fried eggs helping me out. Okay, took some damage. Didn't even see it. Alright. Okay. Another supply crate. A rotating bamboo stick spins around you, dealing 3 damage to enemies it touches. Launch a powerful homing tempura shrimp from this level every 2 seconds, or launch a rice ball that bounces off screen borders, dealing 4 damage to enemies it touches. A rotating bamboo stick, or a powerful homing tempura shrimp. Let's go with the tempura shrimp. Yeah, we're kind of shrimp gaming. Okay, I got 13 levels. Let's take some upgrades. Take a little bit of piercing. Take some fire rate. Take some range. Take some speed. Take some more fire rate. Actually, let's take some damage. Yeah, more fire rate. I don't know what the stamina is for. Maybe for dashing? I'm going to be honest. There's so much stuff happening on my screen that it's hard to imagine dashing being a benefit. How could I possibly tell where to dash to? It looks like space is my dash. Oh my gosh. The dash is huge range. Usually the hearts were like spawning kind of out of the range of the campfire. Okay. Nice. Oh, there's a heart. I would like that heart, please. Thank you. Yes, that's a lot of healing. Worth it. I ventured outside of my campfire comfort zone. And I reaped all the benefits. Oh my gosh. Okay, I probably should level up. I think I need more damage, actually. Yeah, I'm just going all in on damage here, because the enemies are not dying fast enough. Okay. All of the... Oh, another supply crate, and a new boss. I do not know what the boss is doing. Okay. He's like... Critical hits deal 500% instead of 400%. I haven't upgraded my crits at all. Projectiles gather in a swarm and spiral around the player. Invincibility after being hit seems good. Oh. Wow, there's so many hearts. Okay. Yeah, I can tell what's happening. Okay, hold on. There's a heart out here, right? Ah! Run to the heart! Nice. Got the healing. I'm gonna shoot in a line. Oh, okay. I probably need a dash to deal with that line. Go back to my campfire, I think. Nice. What? How come he has homing bullets? I thought only I got homing bullets. Ow. Yeah, man, get owned. My swirling dumplings is too much for you. Boom. Heart spawn closer to the campfire. Half your current max HP, but regenerate 1 HP every 12 seconds. That seems dangerous. I want more hearts close to the campfire. Alright. Enemy stops spawning after the second boss, so I think I more or less have beaten the demo, I think, right? Oh no, enemies are still spawning. Maybe was that not the second boss? Okay, well. I don't know why I need to be close to the campfire. Was this established? Okay, let's... I feel like I need more upgrade. More fire rate, just to get more. Let's start upgrading crit chance a little bit, too. Crit chance seems really valuable. Okay. Nice, okay. We weave, we dodge. Okay, hearts are supposed to spawn closer, but I'm literally not seeing them. I got a supply crate spawn. Maybe I should have taken that 12-second healing, huh? Boom. Critical hits deal 500%, dash distance increase, or launch a rice ball. Let's just deal the crits, and then we can start increasing my crit rate. I took heart spawns, and I'm not kidding you. Oh, there's one. Oh, and another one. Oh, I didn't even grab it. Nice. Get back to my campfire now that I'm full health. Alright, we're gaming. Oh, 8 levels. Alright. I took the crit upgrade, so let's pump that crit rate. More crits, the better. Alright. Those tempura are going buck wild. Alright, alright. Oh, wow, that heart spawned like right over there. It heals 7, so unless it's gonna fade out, I should hold on to it. But I don't think it fades, right? No, I'm just gonna pick it up. Because I feel like I want to have my options available for like dashing around too. Okay. I'm going all in on crit rate right now. That might be a huge mistake, but we'll find out. Increase my maximum HP by 3. Projectiles gather in a swarm, or 1% damage every 100 kills. Yeah. You want the permanent scaling as soon as possible. Now, it's not as soon as possible. We're still quite far into the run, but you know. And let's get that crit upgraded. And let's close the menu. The menu is like really sticky. It doesn't instantly close when I press the button for whatever reason. Alright. Nice, okay. And more piercing and range could also help us out quite a lot because we have so many dumplings on screen, so being able to like live longer, fly faster, and pierce through more enemies seems like it would be good, but I really want this crit rate. I took the crit upgrade. I'm all in, baby. Okay. Alright, and now we just camp this heart for a bit. We're camping the heart. Okay, took a little bit of damage, that's fine. Allowed to take a little bit of damage while heart camping because, you know, the heart's there. Oh my gosh, okay. Where's the supply crate? Oh, there it is. Increase maximum HP, increase your max projectile count. Yes. I want more max projectiles. I've got so many projectiles. And that means I can upgrade it now, right? What? What the heck? Brother! Brother! Alright, well, they cooked me. Good chance. Nice. My supply crate was wasted. Okay. Park camping is going pretty well, though. Oh. How did I not get hit by anything there? Real talk? That makes me wonder if my, like, permanent damage scaling is working, and... Oh. No, I'm just gonna grab the heart, because I'm a little bit worried. Can I not? Why can't I grab that heart? Am I not allowed to heal? Or... Oh, there we go. Maybe I couldn't heal because I was in my invulnerability frames. Throw a chocolate stick spear randomly with infinite pierce every second. Pierce upgrades are converted into ricochet, causing projectiles to bounce off of the closest enemy after hitting. That sounds funny. Which means we take a couple pierce upgrades and we keep going up on our crit chance. Maybe 40% is good for crit, and now we want more damage. 40% is extremely high crit. And I already put so many points into it. I feel like maybe that ricochet upgrade was really powerful, because all of a sudden, everything is just dead. A wall of pain. Yeah. We got 3 upgrades. Let's take some more pierce, some more damage, more pierce. Wish I could upgrade my max projectiles. You lying supply crate. Okay. Not that he can read chat right this second. Oh, you underestimate my abilities to glance. Okay. Okay. But that's the only message I read. Looks like max projectiles was something you could upgrade when you had multiple levels to spend. Oh, maybe? Increase dash distance by 5. Throw a fruit kebab at the closest enemy with infinite pierce every 3 seconds. Or projectiles gather in a swarm and spiral around the player. That doesn't seem good. None of these seem that good, so I'm going fruit kebab. I have 2 levels. I mean, it's available, but if I click it, it just grays out. Maybe I need more. Maybe it costs, like, a lot of points. Let's save up points and see if we can get more projectiles. We're not in danger right now anyway, so I don't need to rush and spin the upgrades. Okay, okay. I feel like the chocolate spear was just superior to the fruit spear in like every way, right? Like the chocolate spear was every second and deals 100, and the fruit spear is every 3 seconds and deals 75. So the chocolate spear just giga mobbed the fruit spear. It's not even close. It's like it's not even a competition really between the two. Okay. Oh. I kind of just like walked into that bullet. Supply crate coming soon. Alright, wait. Oh, there's the supply crate. I'll be having that, thank you. Dash distance, chocolate spear every second dealing 100 damage. Yeah, this is like so much better than the fruit spear. What? Okay, I have 9. Can I buy it now? No. I have 10. So it's either bugged or it costs more than 10. And it would be very strange to me to go from costing 1 to costing, like, you know, 20 or something, but don't want to rule it out, because that would be probably the best damage upgrade I could get. Well, maybe not. Maybe actually just, like, multiplicative scaling on my actual damage number is really where it's at right now. But I'm still not in meaningful danger. And it doesn't look like the hearts despawn, so I can just build up a cache of healing. So. Nice. 14. Got another supply crate coming. Yeah. Enhanced night vision, revealing enemies farther away. Half how many projectiles you can fire, but double your base damage. I don't want to do that. I can't upgrade it any further. Increase dash distance by 5. Let's just the enhanced night vision. I don't know if that's valuable at all, but why not? All right. Okay, 15. Can I upgrade it now? Nope. All right. I'm still not in meaningful danger. Okay, I took a hit there. 16. We've almost done 1 million damage. Nice. We got 2 hearts saved up. No more heart spawns though, which is a little bit strange. But... oh my gosh, what's going on? Game just went nuts for a second. Whole screen started shaking. Okay. Supply crate coming. Okay, now we got 3 hearts saved up. Oh, and a lot of projectiles. Okay. Where'd the supply crate drop? Supply crate, where you at, homie? Oh, up there. Nice. Every 1 second, fire 5 corn kernels in a pentagonal spread. Each kernel deals 30 damage on first enemy hit. Launch a rice ball that bounces off screen borders, or a rotating bamboo stick. Give me the corn. We're corn gaming. Okay, let me take a heal. Okay, I'm guessing I just can't upgrade the max projectiles. It's probably just bugged. So in that case, I have 24. Let's get crit chance up to 50, just for fun, and get damage up. Yeah, let's just crank the damage. I think maybe since I beat the second boss, it's not that enemies have stopped spawning, but I think maybe the waves aren't going to get any more difficult. I feel like maybe I've reached maximum difficulty because there is no threat. And so I think the lack of a threat is probably like the demo has kind of ended. Either the demo has ended or the scaling is off, I would say. Supply crate coming. Boom. Yeah, I'm thinking we take a bamboo stick. Okay. Well, I think I get the gist of it, so I'm going to mute the sound so that we can do feedback while I just run around and stuff happens. Might be a little bit distracted. We'll find out. But let's see if we can think critically and provide some feedback to this game. What is... Metronome is... singing a song in chat or something? But okay. So I'd say one of the first things that I notice with this game is, like, I do think that the enemies can be kind of hard to see, even in the regular daylight. So maybe just giving them, like, a little shadow sprite underneath their feet so that during normal time... like, there's a shadow underneath the flying enemies, but there's not a shadow underneath the normal enemies, and sometimes they're kind of blending in with the background a little bit. And so the visuals are just a little bit hard to parse. And then on top of that, you get like this absolute like visual nightmare going on around me. Like it's just impossible to see anything really. And I think for this kind of game, that's totally fine. I think it's totally fine to get to a point where it's like complete visual nonsense. I think that's actually part of the fun, really, of this kind of game. But I do think that it's a little extreme. And it's a little bit too hard to see what's going on, even right from the beginning. So I do like that the enemy projectiles always draw above yours. Yeah, I agree. I think you did a good job on the visuals for the little red projectiles. Those are never hidden. And in general, I think that the visuals work pretty well. I think you have the visual polish is really nice. Like the little effects, all the explosions. I think all that stuff, like, it feels pretty good to just, you know, play the game. But additionally, the main character is always drawn on top of, like, it's drawn on top of most things, which I think also works to your favor by quite a bit, right? Because it's always clear where I am. Even though I'm in the middle of the screen, I can also very clearly see myself. And I think that's, you know, not to be taken lightly. It's a good decision. I think the, like, level up menu over here with these kind of upgrades, Fishy Zoomer, I'm putting it on itch right now. Is this your game, Fishy Zoomer? But yeah, I think that this upgrade tree is interesting because you get to like pick like little upgrades that you miss crazy lore in your own stream. Oh really? What did Fishy Zoomer say? Let me scroll up. I made the Roaring Knight fight like a platformer fight in Game Maker. Oh, is Roaring Knight from Deltarune, I guess? Okay. What was I saying? Yeah, and so I think that's pretty fun to be able to open the menu and just upgrade your stats. But also, I feel like it scales a little bit too fast. Like, I get the ability to just, like, destroy enemies really quickly. And some of the upgrades, like the max projectiles, like, I think it's bugged because I took the upgrade that should let me go higher. I'm not sure exactly where you intend this, like, max projectiles to cap out at. But, that's like a very powerful upgrade, and you get it really quick. Similarly, the piercing is a very powerful upgrade. It's like a lot of these upgrades are very strong, and then like the fire rate upgrades is like, it's like it fires a little faster. And so I feel like the balance on those is a little bit strange, and you get the upgrades on them so quick that you get to this like extremely powerful level super quick. Which is cool in one way. It is giving me like, you know, the dopamine hits of like upgrading and getting stronger and stronger. But also I feel like it's centralizing the gameplay, right? You're not going to get too many disparate, unique builds because you always have the same upgrades available and people are just going to pick the ones that seem most optimal to them, right? It's going to be hard for me to ever play this game and not click projectile count as my first upgrade. It's just going to be in my nature to think that's the best upgrade and click it right from the beginning, unless I somehow like see a streamer playing this game and they tell me that actually the optimal first upgrade is whatever. And then I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to do the new optimal thing instead of the one I want to do, right? And so I feel like you're going to end up with a lot of builds that are very similar. And so now that I'm at the end of this, like I feel like I've reached a point where the game's basically ended for the demo and I'm just like, you know, clearing waves with no real goal in sight. It's hard for me to be excited about the next run because it's just going to feel similar to this run, right? And especially the upgrades I get. Like some of them make interesting decisions in the upgrade menu, right? Like how the one that's like your piercing turns into ricochet. And so now it'll bounce off to other enemies. That's a cool upgrade because it changes how I deal. That's a cool like supply crate because it changes how I deal with the upgrade menu. So that works really well. But then stuff like, you know, you spawn a shrimp that explodes. That doesn't interact with my upgrades in a meaningful way. And it does set damage, and it's not clear to me if the damage scales with my upgrades either. So that doesn't really affect the build at all. So I end up with the same base build, and then I just have like random add-ons that don't interact with anything else. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, he doesn't know how many minutes of screen time Sir Dadadu has in Garden of Ban 8 Anti-Devil LARP 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 Sahur. That is certainly a sentence. Yeah, I haven't played Deltarune yet. I'm going to. It's on my list. I haven't got to it yet. But that being said, yeah. So I think a lot of the builds are going to end up very similar and very centralized because of the upgrade menu. So I think probably the way you want to lean into designing these choices in the supply crate is to add, like, I think you were really cooking with the one that turns your piercing upgrade into ricochet. I think that's a very cool interaction because it changes the way that the upgrade menu feels, right? Similarly, you have some upgrades that's like you limit your max amount of projectiles, but your damage is doubled, right? Your base damage is doubled. And that's interesting too, because it makes taking upgrades, like you could do other stuff like that, where it's like you can no longer upgrade your move speed, or your move speed is permanently set to 10, but your damage is permanently doubled or whatever, right? And so that way, your upgrade menu is changed. So it like dynamically causes you to have interesting new builds, right? Or faster you move, the more damage you deal. So that makes you want to take like move speed and dash upgrades and stuff. So it all chains together. And I think that's the kind of thing you need to lean into to make each run feel quite unique. Yeah, it's like, because like looking at this one, projectiles gather in a swarm and spiral around the player instead of flying straight. This is interesting because it changes the way the projectiles work. So let me just like grab that one and see what happens. It looks like I have become an unstoppable tornado of destruction. And this was offered to me a lot of times. I could have taken this upgrade from so many supply crates, which means I feel like I feel like a lot of runs in this game are going to end up with a screen that looks like pretty much exactly like this, right? Like this is going to happen virtually every time, because you can always just upgrade your fire rate, upgrade your number of projectiles, upgrade your damage, and then take the spinning spiral upgrade. Like this is clearly much better than like the chocolate spear, right? A supply crate incoming. Yeah. Also, this is another element of the visual clutter being on a whole nother level. I do like how the hearts are drawn on top of these lines. Like that's a smart decision. Basically, I've just replaced the background with the lines from my dumplings. But let me grab another supply crate. Yeah, I've seen like every upgrade a whole bunch of times, which makes me think that you can really get like the same build basically every time. And the upgrade menu, the fact that, you know, I have so many points to spend means that I'm not needing to make tough, interesting decisions with my upgrade points because I have so many to spend. I can, you know, put a couple damage. Let's upgrade my crit chance a little bit. You know, let's upgrade my range, maybe projectile speed, maybe fire rate, maybe get some more piercing. Like, I just have so much freedom to spend points that I don't have to think too critically about it. I just, like, get, you know, 10% stronger per point I spend. And so probably you could make each point you spend in the upgrade menu be a larger increase in power, sort of like leveled to scale with projectile count, because projectile count is such a powerful upgrade that costing 1 point is nuts. Like the fact that it's limited at 4 and bugged that I can't even increase it any higher is probably a good thing for the state of the game. But if I got my points less often and then it was a more powerful upgrade, then I need to think about it. Do I want to put 1 more in piercing, or do I want to increase damage by 2, or do I want to increase fire rate by a slightly higher number, right? And then that makes the supply crates even more valuable because those are really what's determining the build rather than what I click in the upgrade menu. But yeah, I think at this point I could probably just stand still. Shovel said this game is not hard enough. That is 100% true. The game is not hard enough. There's nothing making me really need to worry about which upgrades I take. It's like I feel like I'm totally fine to just click whatever I want. I can play around. I didn't even grab the supply crate yet. I can go grab it. Reduce projectile spread. This upgrade doesn't do anything because I took the like spiral spinning one. So let's just get some extra campfires. I don't even know what that does. I don't know what the campfires do. But yeah, so I think that is the main feedback I have for this game, is that the balancing on the upgrade menu and the options available in the upgrade menu versus from the supply crates, I think they need to create a more cohesive build strategy. Like there needs to be a way that you can come up with a build and go for it. There need to be options that I passed up in the supply crate because it didn't really work with what I had right now that I can take the next time I play, right? The bit rate. we're running at 3 FPS, homies. Yeah, I think that way, like at some point, maybe your dumplings become fruit spears that fire off, 10% as fast, but have infinite piercing and deal damage. And it's like, oh man, I already have like a piercing build, so I don't want to turn my dumplings into fruit spears. But next time I'm going to not take as much piercing because I kind of want to try a fruit spear build, or maybe I get the fruit spear build early, right? I think that's the way I would think about it. But let me get some more visual clutter by adding some rice ball to the screen. The DVD logo rice balls. Additionally, having the upgrades scale with the supply crate stuff would make it more interesting as well. Like this rice ball is doing virtually nothing. I mean, look at the rest of the screen. This rice ball is not meaningfully contributing to the damage I'm dealing here, right? So taking it was mostly just because I thought it would be funny to have the DVD logo rice ball floating around in the middle of this chaos. But if the projectile count means there were more rice balls on the screen, then it's interesting. In fact, I feel like you might want to go with some kind of slot-based system. The meme of this is fine. I feel like you might want some kind of slot-based system where you have a couple different food items that you can use and they all benefit from your upgrades, right? And so once you've filled out all of your food slots, that's your build, right? And so I could take the rice ball and then if my projectile count is 4, I have 4 rice ball DVD screensavers, like popping around the screen, right? And then I can also take the tempura for the rockets and then the dumplings is like your base weapon. And then all of these can benefit from the upgrades. My brain is too busy staring at my screen. I can listen. Is this Zoomers? Is this good? Hey, Zoomers in chat. Is this giving you enough mental stimulation to also be able to listen to me? You don't want to click off because of all of this happening on screen. Is this enough for you? Do you also want Subway Surfers? Hold on. I can make this better for you. Interesting. Clicking off. Today we're going to be playing Subway Surfers. Is this good? Put this on screen too? Is this what you want? I think I can't have both playing at the same time, unfortunately. Oh, if I hover over upgrades, it opens too. That's nice. I need to make this a YouTube short. But yeah, so I think that's sort of where I'm leaning on this, is that like you have a really good base here. And I think if you lean into the elements that make this genre really satisfying, you could have a game that works super, super well. Put Minecraft gameplay too. Yeah, just load up the whole screen. But yeah, not enough Gaster Blasters. I think that's probably the thing I would test out next to see if it helps the gameplay, is to have weapon slots and have the weapon slots scale with the upgrades, and then have upgrades and then have other bonuses that change how the upgrades work. And then you could even, when you grab a supply crate, since I've taken the DVD screensavers, the rice balls, you could have more rice ball upgrades get added to the pool. So it's like, now that I have the rice balls, there could be one that's like your rice balls are 50% larger, or your rice balls travel 50% faster. So I can also upgrade the specific weapons in addition to upgrading my base stats, which also affect the different food items I have unlocked for beating enemies. That way I can have a cohesive build, have lots of unique stuff. And then, this is what you want, is after your player finishes a run, they think, I want to try X in my next run, right? I want to see how this works, right? Oh, fire 3 Boba Pearls at the closest enemy every second, each dealing 40 damage. This should be like one of the weapon slot things, right? That benefits from all the other upgrades. But I already filled my weapon slot, so I can't take it this time. But then I see it. I see it when I'm playing, and I'm like, oh, dude, Boba Pearls shoots 3. So if I got the one that was like every, 10 projectiles, summon a Jin being that rolls across the screen and deals big damage. It's like, oh, well, Boba fires 3 pearls. So if I take Boba upgrade, that'll combo with my Jin being upgrade, and suddenly I'm like cooking, right? And so I think that that's the kind of thing that would get me playing again, right? Where I'm like, oh, I got the chocolate spear. If I got fruit spear, and I could take like the meat skewer, and I could have a whole spearing build, and then I don't have to put any points into piercing because everything's infinite piercing, right? I think stuff like that would really like increase the replayability by a lot. And I think that kind of system for this game would really, on top of everything else you have built, would really take it to the next level. Because I think I like the art, I like the theming, I like the fact that it's food items, and I think all of that works really well. And it's very Chinese food based, and Chinese food is giga peak tier. So I also love that, right? And yeah, more or less, I think that's how you would, how I would work in the upgrade system. That way, let me just get more visual clutter on screen, by the way, by taking the Boba Pearls. More or less, I think that's where I'm leaning. I'm past 2 million damage now, and I have a supply crate up there. Additionally, you could have food items that don't even deal damage. They're more about like healing and defensive stuff. You could have a like T aura, like aura based stuff. One thing you should do is play through and heavily look at all of the, this is a bullet heaven game, right? You should look at all the bullet heaven games that are really, really good and figure out what makes them so satisfying. I think League of Legends Swarm is one of the best bullet heaven games I've ever played. I think League of Legends Swarm is absolutely top tier of bullet heaven. I think Brotato is a top tier bullet heaven. And I think you should look at those two games. Go play Brotato. Go play, I don't think you can play League Swarm anymore, right? But go watch videos of League Swarm. Look at what they did to make their bullet heaven games so successful and see what you can take from them to improve this game. And I think Vampire Survivors and Swarm and Brotato all use like a weapon slotting system, and then you upgrade based on the weapons you have. And I think that that's something that there's a reason they use it, right? And I think the upgrade menu you have over here with like leveling up and getting these upgrades is really cool, right? I think there's something pretty interesting about this, right? But I think you need to do some work to make it fit with the rest of the game a little bit better, rather than feeling like I just become extremely overpowered instantly and every build is centralized to the couple things that I buy in the upgrade menu every time. So yeah, the whole chat is brain rot. I mean, at this point, like, look at what's on the screen, look at what's in the chat. We see, you know, happy birthday, Daniel. I can't hear you over the visual noise. Protag brother reveal Ban that the father figure is my favorite experiment. It's a top 10 anime betrayal. Like, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, healing or defense are usually useless in these type of games. Yeah, I mean, usually they're useless, but I think they're still fun options. And I think some people like doing defensive builds. I think doing auras is very fun. I love trying to make the aura type builds work, where you just run around. And in League of Legends Swarm did successfully have aura type builds. You know, I was able to, I forget which champion it was, but you do like the periodic freeze around yourself. Oh, was it Briar? The periodic freeze and the percent health shred around yourself. Those were really fun to do. And so I think those are the kind of things you should lean into. Like, look at what they did to be successful, figure out how you can port that to your own game, and then experiment with it. Because I think you have the start of a really successful bullet heaven. Like, this was fun to play, but I'm not particularly interested in doing another run. And so I think that's the core problem you need to solve. But yeah, great game, great work, and I will move on to the next game. Okay. Natsuki Chat GBT pregnancy game. What the hell is going on? All right. Next up is on Steam. Gotta... Oh, I thought I already installed it. Do you only play the games of people in chat? I play the games of anyone who's submitted to Showcase Saturday, since the VOD will stay up on my YouTube channel so people can go check it out whenever they want. And I honestly think I give better feedback when the dev isn't in chat. Did you see when Natsuki Daniel climbed the stairs? Yeah, I know what that means. I know what that means, and I get it. I don't know if you saw my message from earlier, but do you have a list of games you'll play? That way I can get my friends to watch the stream when you get around to it. So I changed the list between streams, so I can't give you a concrete one. But you'll always be able to send them a link to the VOD so people can watch the game being played after the fact if they don't manage to catch it live. So, okay. We got a very loud game. Let me turn it down for myself. And before I unmute, let me turn it down for y'all as well. Okay. Music kind of going though. And we have Suction Bot. Click to launch yourself. Click again while the suction cups are touching on an object to grab that object. So launch myself. Click to launch myself. Okay. My first line. Click to launch myself. Uh-oh. Hold on, let me try relaunching. I almost always play the games for like, 2 minutes ahead of time to make sure that they actually work before I do them on stream, but I forgot to with this one, clearly. Okay, we're probably going to have to skip this one because it just simply isn't working. Okay. That's my bad. That's my bad. All right. Now I'm wondering, did I forget to test these? Okay, I tested this one. Okay, I must have just, when I was going through the list, I skipped over that one. Oops. All right, next up we have Ringbound. Let me turn this up for y'all a little bit. Actually, let me turn it up for myself as well. Dang. That music kind of good, huh? I like it. Cute title screen, yeah. Go to options. Oh. Okay, the sound effects are quite loud. Music is quite quiet. So let me see if I can rectify that. Turn the music up. Sound effects down. Go back. Oh, that's much nicer, much nicer. I'll still turn it down a little bit for y'all, but okay. Perfect. I'm going to go bye now since it's the next day. All right, thanks for hanging out, Metronome. See you next time. Playing Ringbound, and I'm the hero. Welcome to Ringbound. In Ringbound, you must spin your blade and hit as many enemies as you can. You can move the arena to help line up as many enemies as possible. You can make up to 3 moves to match your weapon's attack range. You can rotate each circle and slide each slice. Your weapons are a sword, a lance, and an axe. Each has a different attack range. After lining up your enemies, press attack to spin your blade. Time your attack correctly to hit them all. When you hit multiple enemies, your damage scales from the weakest enemy to the strongest. Controls are always shown on screen. Check out our HIO page at Lead Sheathed Cable for more information on enemies and progression. We hope you have fun. Okay. Hey, we're Slay the Spiring. I'm going to go Elite next, so I'm going to start here. Okay, so I can select a ring. And then I can rotate or slide. Okay. So rotate or slide. How do I confirm the rotate or slide, though? Enter is attack. Z is confirm. So let's just test. What if I want to... let's say I want to slide this guy. Ah, I can do like this. Now I can attack with my sword to hit like 4 of them in front of me. And enter confirms the attack. Boom. Let's go. All right, that was a good turn. That was a good turn. Luna, I gotta head out too. Hope the rest of the stream goes smooth and peeps have a good day. Hey, thanks, Luna. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you next time. When Isadora's Edge comes out, I'll make a Fonk Brainrot Skull Edit mod for it. All right. Okay. So these 2 guys are gonna attack me, and I don't like that. I prefer not getting attacked. But my weapons are either a spear. Oh, but if I can defeat... Right. Okay. I can defeat the ogre in 1 hit. No. My max damage is 30. But still. Let's select this ring. Rotate like this. And then attack with the sword right here. Oh, I missed. Okay, interesting that there's like also a timing component on top of the... Okay, is there a good way... I guess I'll just go with a... Oh, wait. Can I go back? Yeah, alright. And then I press Z and then slide this guy here. And then attack with my spear. Try to time it. Nice. Okay, 28 damage. Alright. Taking a lot. That's a lot of damage. This is the battle mechanic from Paper Mario? Oh, I see. Nice. Okay, so we want to slide this like this. And then we attack, use the sword, and then try to do this guy. Boom. All right, great turn, great turn. We can raise the spawn chance. Monsters effects activate when you hit them, also when they hit you. 40% chance to crit or attack deals 35% additional damage. I think additional damage seems good. Okay, and we take this elite fight. I mean, we can already spear right here, right? We need to kill the enemies with an HP bar, so maybe I can slide this guy here. And I can slide this guy here. And then I can attack with the spear. Nice, great damage, great damage. Okay. Now, we rotate him here. And then we rotate this here. And then, is there like a limit to, oh, I have 3 moves. And then we move you. Oh, wait. Oh, oops, that's not what I meant to do at all. Okay, that's weird. So sliding does not work how I thought it would. But at least I still lined up the, for the spear on these 3. Boom. Nice, okay. If I had rotated correctly, I think I would have killed all 3 of them. So that was a bad move on my part. But, you know, what are you going to do? All right, so now we go back to rotate. We rotate him in here, rotate you here, and let's put you in the very back. And then we want to attack with the spear on these. Boom. Easy money. Okay. Mouse increases my shield. Ogre has a 30% chance to crit. And the Minotaur damage scales with missing health. I think getting shield seems pretty good. All right. Oh, so I want to destroy the chest. Okay. I think rotating is easier. And then get myself some shield. Then we attack with a spear here on boom. Got the chest. Take that. Okay. Okay. I want to spin you here. And then spin you here. And then spin you here. And then we attack with the spear on this. Nice. Easy round. Easy round. Yeah, spearing, the fact that I get 3 rotates and a spear every turn feels very powerful. Probably more powerful than it should be. Extra damage from slime seems good. And extra damage seems good. Okay, boom. Okay, and we can just keep spearing. So we rotate this guy. And then we rotate this guy. And honestly, let's just take the extra damage. Because this is extra shield. Then we confirm that we want to attack. And we spear these. Boom. Nice. Great damage on the 2 bosses. And I attacked an extra time for some reason. I don't I don't know why that happened. But I'll take it, you know. I ain't mad about it. Okay, let's rotate you into this row. And then bring you here. And then we confirm the attack. And we spear that guy. Nice. 40% chance to attack. Oh, because goblins. Goblins given a chance to attack again. Okay, I appreciate that. Okay, I can finally use a weapon. I can probably use the sword if I really want to. Yeah, because... So how does... Let's try sliding here and see how it works. Oh, perfect. Right. So we put them there. Then we toggle to rotate, and we put you here. And then we take the extra damage from the slime, put you here, and then we spear right here. Boom. Unbelievably easy money. Okay. Then we rotate you into position. Rotate you into position. Oh, there's no one in the 3rd row. Okay, that's my bad, but... Even with that in mind, we still just spear the bosses, right? Extremely. Okay, the goblin is very good. These are just both shops, so it doesn't really matter. I can increase the spawns. Yeah, this game seems extremely simple, true. Upgrade? I can upgrade my monsters. So the monsters that spawn are really just like my deck. So I can upgrade the goblin. 50% chance to attack because he's level 3. Sure. So I should always try to hit that goblin. 35. Okay, that seems not as worth. Okay, let's take another goblin. Let's take this ogre. And then yeah. I can release. It costs 10. Oh, okay. So I can get rid of one of these weaker mouses, right? Okay. So back. All right. Nice shop. And then let's fight. Okay, so I want the 3-star goblin is very good for me to hit. Unfortunately, they're lined up. They're not lined up for a great. So the axe hits. Okay, but let's check the axe hits like an interesting pattern. So I can actually hit all 3 of them with the axe. So I want to put one in front of the axe. And I can put, if I slide here, yeah, do that, and then rotate you here, then I attack with the axe. I get extra damage, and I might attack again. Okay, well, I killed everything, so I didn't need to attack again. Okay, so we obviously want to rotate you here. I already used up my... Okay, we put the goblin here, and then we spear to win. Boom. Nice. Great damage. Great damage. Okay. I took some hits too. Oof. I actually took quite a lot of hits. I should have paid more attention. There's only one guy left, right? But still. Let's be as safe as we can and go for a spear on him. Nice. Alright. We took down the HP bars. I think the extra hit chance is pretty good. We have to go to this one. Okay, we probably want to slide you into the front row. Yeah. So that we can then spin you to here. And then spin this goblin here. And then we go for a spear on those 4. Nice. We won that in one turn. All right, we take another goblin. Boom. Life was restored. Plus 50 HP. We take that. All right, and we got to take down this dragon. Okay, no one's attacking this turn. We also need to take out the slime. Okay. So let's go for a rotato on the dragon. Do we want to rotate the dragon? Oh, first, actually, we push this guy back one, so then we can rotate these into a great sword position. And we attack with the sword right here. Boom. Nice, nice. Great turn, great turn. Okay. We got... This guy is attacking, so we really want to hit him for sure. So first we need to slide him to the front row, right? Or we slide the dragon to the front row. Right. So we slide the dragon all the way here. Then we rotate the dragon into the front. And then we rotate him back here. And then we go for the spear on the group of 4, and we hit. Uh-oh. That's a lot of damage. Oh, the dragon attacks twice? Brutal. Okay. But do we actually have enough damage to take out the dragon here? I don't think so. And the fact that we can't take out the dragon means we actually probably should prioritize not dying. Okay. So with that in mind, I would like to... Ooh, this is tough. Right. So we should definitely slide you here. And then, or rotate you there. And then toggle to slide. Slide one of the attacking slimes back. We're not getting any damage on the HP bar, guys. But I think that's probably fine. Maybe it's not fine. Maybe we also take out this guy. Because he'll give us shield as well, if we can take him out. So we slide him into the second row. Right. Then we rotate him here. Now we spear that line. Okay. Oof. Nice. Oh, that didn't take him out. But we got some good shielding. Okay. Uh-oh, I'm in danger. Okay, we really would like to take out this guy this turn. And then those three are already in the line. So I think the turn is kind of decided for us. We simply spear that line. Oh, I missed. That's probably game over. GG. All right, well, if I didn't miss, I think I'm fine that turn. Although the dragon attacks, so maybe I... Why was that so loud? Maybe I needed to focus the dragon that turn since he attacks twice. But yeah, awesome. Okay, let's see if we can give some helpful... Let's think critically and see if we can give some helpful feedback to this game. Let me do a new run so that we can talk about the mechanics. That one starts with a shop. So, I think the core mechanic here is pretty fun. I think I like the concept of, like, you line up the enemies and you need to think about, like, where to put them to, like, have the best attacks. But I think it gets a little stale because it's very straightforward. And it also has this, like, timing element to it that I think is... There's, like, a lot of stuff going on, basically, right? And all that stuff, like, adds together to make a game where it's, like... There's so many different elements that you need to pay attention to. Which enemies are you killing? What are the benefits you get from killing those enemies? How many bonuses do you get from the types of enemies you're killing? Which ones are going to attack you? How are they oriented? There's, like, a lot to keep track of while you're playing the game. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I think it's cool to have, like, a lot of strategic depth. But I feel like there are a lot of things to keep track of, and they don't work together super well in some places. For example, each weapon hits 4 slots. And so there are different ways you can arrange to use those 4 slots, right? Yeah, like a giant mixing pot that might not go well together. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. Because, like, you can either spear, or you can sword, or you can do the axe. And so you have a lot of different ways to hit different groups. And then you have also sliding and rotating. And the sliding and the rotating both allow you to maneuver them into specific spots. And so it's kind of fun to figure out, like, how do I slide and rotate to get them in the position I need to? But there's so many enemies on the map, and you get 3 moves that... It really just comes down to, like, you just figure out how to put the 4 that you want to hit in a line. And if that doesn't work, then if there's literally no way to put the 4 you want to hit in a line, then you might have to get fancy with it. But for the most part, it's not that difficult to figure out. Also, the game is way too punishing because I can show you exactly what I mean. Let me take a goblin here because it seems pretty good. I got to the shop immediately, which seems like it's not that good. I can just release an early mouse or something. Yeah, that's fine. Back. Because you have this, like, rotation idea, right? So you have this phase, right? Let me put these enemies in the spot that I want to hit them, and then spear. Now, I've done all that work to line them up, and if I hit a little earlier, I miss, and now there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different enemies attacking me. And so I have to prioritize dealing with the enemies who are attacking me. And so I get into a position where my goal is to take as little damage as possible, but also defeat the like special enemies. And also there's so many enemies attacking. And on top of all the enemies attacking, they have like different buffs they can do. And you see how it just like is building. Hey, Kenneth, why didn't you waffle around with the Isadora map design? I don't understand the question. But there's so many things building on top of each other that you end up in a position where it's like a little bit of an informational overload. Like there's like the analysis paralysis where there's like so many things I need to worry about that it's like, I don't want to think about it too much. I'm just going to go with whatever the best option is. And attacking the enemies that want to hit me seems pretty good. And when there are 6 enemies that want to hit you, you literally can't like take them all out, right? Because you can only hit 4. And so you end up like taking guaranteed damage, and the deck that you have spawns enemies into the ring, and you don't really want, like, you don't want to put too many enemies in the ring because the enemies are also what hurt you. So there's just like a lot of stuff going on. And I think what you might want to do is figure out a way to add some more depth to each of the individual mechanics and add some more elements that blend the mechanics together so that there is more decision making. Like, for example, if instead of having multiple weapons right from the start, maybe you start with 1 weapon and then you can choose which other weapons to add to your arsenal, or you can upgrade the weapon you start with, or maybe there's a choice, right? It's like you start with just like the simple sword that attacks the 4 in front of you, or maybe you have the sword and the spear. Maybe you just start with those 2. And then later you can either upgrade your spear or upgrade your sword, or you can like rotate or slide enemies as well. Maybe there's you get 1 slide and 1 rotate per turn, and then you like build on top of that, where it's like if you put this enemy like a Rubik's Cube enemy. I don't know what the enemy would be. These are very standard fantasy monsters, so it could be anything. It could be like a wyvern or something. And when you kill the wyvern, you get extra rotates or slides next turn. So early you want to... Yeah, I think this was for the very serious game jam. So early, you want to take out the wyverns so you build up more moves so that you can make sure things are in the proper state every turn. Because right now you get 3 moves per turn, and that's the maximum. If you use them all, that's fine. If you don't use them all, you just get 3 next turn. And so you're pretty much incentivized to always just slide things into like the optimal spot. But if you had like a limited pool, like you start with 3 moves and you get 2 more every turn, and you have a max of like 5 or something. So it's like you can just go for hits that require less moves to add some strategic depth to when you choose to move stuff. Because right now there is no decision making on how many moves you want to use per turn. You should just always use 3. And then on top of that, having the multiple weapons it's interesting, but I feel like it's adding another layer of decision making that isn't meaningful, but it does add like confusion, you know? It's like choosing between the spear and the sword requires me to think pretty hard about where I'm putting the enemies and how I'm laying everything out. But whether I line them up in a little square in front of me or line them up in a big line, like, is not that interesting of a difference between the two, even though it requires a lot of mental effort from the player to make those decisions. So yeah, overall, I think I was really getting into it. I think the core concept here is actually very strategically satisfying. Like deciding which enemies to hit, where to line them up, which bonuses you get, how to upgrade your deck to decide what shows up. I think all of that is very interesting, but I think that there's a disconnect with how many elements are in here and they don't play well together right now. So I think figuring out ways that the elements can work together so that you get more satisfying decision-making is probably the most important thing for you to do, right? You could have it where you want to go for a mostly spearing build. So having more rotations is valuable because you want to line them up, right? So if you're going for a spear build, you upgrade the spear. You take an enemy that's like, if this enemy dies to a spear, you get an extra move next turn. Or whenever this enemy dies to a spear, +2 moves. Or if this enemy dies to a spear, heal 5, right? And you want to take that enemy if you're doing a spear-based build. Then you can also upgrade the spear. Yeah. Like a dual-sided spear that hits in the 2 waves around you. So then, like, that's the kind of strategic depth that I think I would really like out of this game, where it's like the spear is hitting in front of me right now, and I upgrade it to also hit the row behind me, right? So the spear would hit if I toggle rotate slide. It's like, you see this is what the spear would hit after like an upgrade. Or maybe at first it only hits 2 behind you and then hits a 3. Then I need to really think about how I'm using my rotations, because I want to line it up so that my spear is hitting as many enemies as possible, right? Or if I'm doing the sword build, the sword hits like the 4 in front of me, right? It hits these 4. Imagine a sword upgrade that now hits 6 in front of me. And so now the sliding is extremely valuable. And then you have enemies that's like, if it dies to a sword, it also deals 1 damage. It also deals 5 damage to any enemy next to it, right? And then I can like plant bombs of the enemies that I want to explode with my sword. And then that gives me a reason to put an enemy right behind them, right? So I want more elements that give me strategic depth for how I place the enemies, more elements that think about what decisions I'm making, and more of a reason to decide between stuff, right? Because I basically was just using spear by default because it didn't really make a difference whether I went for the sword or went for the spear. And I think all of that will help a lot with increasing the satisfaction that the player gets from being able to make those cool decisions. I think it's interesting that the enemies that spawn with the health bars are like the ones that aren't in your deck. And I think it might be cool if you don't use the same enemies that you can add to your deck as these like boss enemies for the encounters. That way it's very clear instantly that they're like interesting and unique. But for a jam, that requires a lot of extra sprite work and stuff. So I think it's probably not a good suggestion for a jam. Additionally, I think this axe is a very interesting weapon, the way it like has like the outskirts and slices around the outside edge. I think that's like an interesting shape. And I think the axe could be a weapon that you give a lot more interesting shape-based abilities to. Like the spear is all about stabbing in front and behind you. The sword is all about slashing the ones next to you. And the axe is all about doing really wide arcs. And like maybe it hits like the 3 on the edge and then another 3 on the inner circle, but along a different path. So like it's really about like, oh, I see that these enemies are lined up in a specific way. I can like, for example, if it worked like that, let me go back, and I'm looking at this, I'm like, okay, well, if I slide, I can slide this, if I slide this mouse back 1, then I have 2 in a row over here. And then I can spin that to be over in front of that one so that now the axe is hitting multiple people, right? That way you have more to think about when you're sliding and spinning, and which moves you actually want to use, which weapons you want to use, which enemies you want to put into your deck. I think that's the kind of strategic depth that you need to tie all of these disparate mechanics together in a way that creates an experience that's really satisfying for the player to make these decisions, right? So that you want to do another one. It's like, oh man, my front and back spear run that was really cool that round, and the next time I play, I instantly get offered an upgrade to the axe that gives it like another 2 squares, and suddenly I'm on a totally different build because that axe upgrade is very powerful, so I took it, and now I'm doing an axe-based build. Multi-segment enemies. Oh, that's a cool idea too. Like enemies that exist either like along 3 lines or 2 lines, or exist like across a row, and they can only be moved by the ones that move all of those segments. Like if there's a guy taking up multiple slots, you might have some complications there. Because like if I try to rotate like this row, like this circle, if I try to rotate it and there's a guy taking up multiple slots, then it can't rotate. So what happens if I put one on top of him? Maybe it'll like bounce off to a random square or something. So it's like you get punished if you try to do something you're not allowed to do. A whip upgrade, yeah, and I think really diving into the disparate elements and combining them together and making more stuff that builds on each of those elements gives you the opportunity to introduce more stuff as well, right? Once all the weapons have unique identities, you can create new weapons that have their own identities, right? You can have like a scatter shot weapon that's like hits like a bunch of random squares, which is really hard to use the targeting, but it gets more squares by default. Or a whip that can hit like 1 square in the distance and then like a circle around yourself, like stuff like that. And then enemies, like I think the mouse giving you shield when you beat it and the slime giving you extra damage on the attacks you're doing with it is very cool. And then you can add even more stuff, like an enemy that heals you when you beat it, an enemy that your next spear attack does extra damage. You could also have high damage weapons that hit lower amounts of squares, right? Or lower damage weapons that hit more squares. So it's more about building up combos. And then the lower damage weapons is more about focusing down the important targets. And then you upgrade the high damage weapon to get extra squares on it. Suddenly you got like a build going. And then you're very satisfied, right? Because you put together this cool build using the tools that the game gives you, right? Like an enemy that's like, when you kill this enemy, also attack the one directly behind it, right? That with a spear doesn't make any sense. You don't want that with a spear. It doesn't even have to say kill this with a sword to get the benefit. Just also attack the one directly behind me. So you don't want to kill that guy with a spear. But if you have the super high damage weapon that focuses down like 2 targets, then you'll also get that super high damage attack on the one behind it, right? And so then you can start to put together these chains where it's like, okay, I have all of these attack spreaders, and then I put those spreaders in a little cube so that when I hit them with my 2 squares of high damage weapon, it spreads out to the enemies nearby. And then I think that's how you end up with a really strategically sound version of this game. Because I think the core idea here is actually quite fun. Once I got into it, rotating them around and putting them in position was pretty satisfying. But I think the balance is a little off and the elements don't mesh together as well. So I think once you address those few things, I think you'll have something really, really solid on your hands. So great work. Really solid game. Really fun. And these are all suggestions to improve it and to make it into like a full experience for like Steam or something. But as a jam game, I think it's already quite successful. I think this is a pretty satisfying prototype. So great work. Great work. All right, go ahead. Talking head view. And then I think we just barely have time for one more because when I tested this to make sure it worked yesterday, it feels like it's a relatively short and simple game. So. In Paper Mario, the Origami King, there's enemies that can only be hit in certain ways, like flying enemies must be stomped on. Oh, that's interesting too. Enemies that can only be killed by certain weapons would also make for interesting like boss encounters and stuff. But then you definitely need to make sure the player has access to that weapon before you put a boss that they literally can't kill in front of them. So depending on how you want to add that strategic depth, whether you choose weapons or choose weapon upgrades or stuff, and I do think choosing weapons is pretty fun, especially if you get like a rare weapon early that has like a cool pattern to it or hits extra squares and it feels like, oh man, I started with the whip, and the whip is like an epic weapon. That's way better than starting with a spear again. And then having those high rarity, cool weapons that make for interesting builds is a thing that gets a player excited to start a new run because they're hoping to get a cool weapon to start it with so they get to do something really unique and interesting. Hello, Am. Welcome in. Welcome in. Okay. Final game for the day, I believe. Am I like lagging like crazy for anyone? When I looked up in my stream preview, it was like pretty bad, but okay. We have super serious battle tops. How to play. Mouse to move, click or space to spin up. Defeat as many other tops as you can before they knock you out. Become the ultimate bottom. Keep your RPM high. It is both your health and your damage multiplier. As long as your RPM stays above 60, you're safe. You can spin up to gain RPM, but it will slow you down. Moving slowly increases damage taken from tops massively. The same rules apply to them, though. Outmaneuver them and hit them close when they're going slow to win trades. Good luck. Hey, I played this one? Oh, nice. Okay. Customized top. Nice. Obviously, we go pink. And I think we're going to go pink in this absolutely disaster one. Okay. Nice. All right, we're spinning. Oh my gosh, I'm going so fast. Looks like hitting the wall is really bad for me. Nice. Is this a 3? Oh, I'm almost already dead. I need to spin up. Oh my gosh. That sound effect is really rough. Oh. Oh. What's this? Does this give me... Oh, it's like a heal. Oh, nice. It spins me like all the way back up. That's nice. Okay. Just spin as much as I can. Alright, alright. Boom. Nice. Boom. I'm going... Oh, I lose so much speed on wall hit. Is there a way to... Do I need to, like, spin up to slow down so I don't hit the wall there? Interesting. Yeah, because I just started going absolutely crazy wall to wall. Okay. Let me try again. Yeah, hitting the wall is really bad. I need to spin up to avoid crashing into walls. Okay, it's a very interesting combination of like disparate goals where it's like I want to go fast, but hitting walls is really bad for me. So I absolutely spin up to slow down so that I don't bounce off of walls a bunch. Interesting. Let me play again. I love the slow-mo. Yeah, the game feels very cool. Yeah, just let him, like, spin out on the walls on his own. Dodge him. Try not to hit the wall. Go for a good hit. Spin up. Hit him. Spin up. Spin up as much as I can. Okay, I need to spin up. Yeah, take the damage on the wall, sucker. I really like that you can see their health bar based on how fast they're spinning. It's a very diegetic way to tell how much HP they have, because that's also how I tell how much HP I have. It works really well. Like, I knew that guy was on, like, no HP because he was spinning so slowly. Nice, okay. These two basically just died on hitting the wall. I didn't even have to bump into him. Just get him going as fast as possible, bump in the wall. Okay, let him take himself out. Now we play super defensively to spin up against this guy. Super defensively. Oh, I hit the wall. Nice. That's huge. That's huge. Okay, he's gonna crash out on the wall. Spin up. Nice. We took him out. We have so much RPM right now. Okay, let them go crazy on the wall. Play super safe. Yeah, they both, like, took themselves out on the wall. They got nothing. They're unbelievably cooked. I think we got, like, crazy RPMage right now. I really would like this. Thank you. Okay, I want to start them. Okay, stop myself. Nice. Okay, they lost so much health on the wall there. They lost so much health on the wall. Nice. Huge. Spin it up. Just keep spinning. Right. They basically took themselves out. Nice. Huge. Okay, slow myself down. Boom. Let me spin it back up. Boom. Slow myself down. Don't hit the wall. Okay. Let them annihilate each other bouncing off the walls. And I just spin up. We have 1,000 RPM. Oh, we're doing so well. Right. He just took so much damage from those walls. We're totally fine. Honestly, just let them spin out. Let them spin themselves out while I lock in. Okay. Nice. Dodge. Okay. We need to... Oh, man, they're moving so fast. It's really hard to dodge their insane wall speed. Okay. Now, I want to play really defensively until I get another... Oh, that's bad. Ah, the dodges. Okay. We got the upgrade. That's what we needed. We're spinning up. Let's send him flying. Let's send as many flying as possible. And then try to be safe in the corner if we can. No, he got me way too fast. He was going way too fast. All right. That was Super Serious Battle Tops. Let's see if we can think critically about this game and provide some useful feedback. I'm going to mute. So, I think one thing that's obvious is the controls feel really satisfying. Watching the top spin is really, it feels good. Building up speed, watching them, like, go nuts around the map is really cool. And I think using the 3D models here, I assume this game is in 3D and these are, like, fully 3D models. I think that was a great call because it makes it feel very physical, which I think is cool. And also, I said it while I was playing, but the fact that I know how much HP my enemies have based on how quickly they're spinning is unbelievably satisfying. Like, that is incredible design choice. Because it brings everything together in a really satisfying way. Now, I think strategically, this game is very interesting because it's shockingly defensive is the strategy. Because you take so much damage from bouncing off the walls at high speed. So even though that deals big damage to your enemies, it's not worth it. You lose too much HP doing that. It's way better to spin up and let them go nuts off the walls. Now, if they get some good bounces on you while you're spinning up because they get so much speed bouncing off the walls, then, like, you're kind of cooked because you take a lot of damage.
But you also have these like power-up spawns, and it seems like they might be on a timer. And if they're on a timer, that just doubles down on the super defensive strategy. Also, the fact that you slow yourself down when you spin up means that you have the ability to control your movement way more precisely by spinning up to slow down, right? It's like they have no clue what's going on because of how quickly they're spinning. They can't stop themselves from basically crashing out at high speed, whereas I can just spin up and totally safely, which means that you do get this really turtley defensive play style where the enemies are just like bouncing off the walls, losing all their speed, and you're just like hoping for the best on the side, you know? Whereas I do think a lot of the fun of Beyblades is going really fast, spinning really fast, bouncing like crazy. Also, you've implemented this extremely sick slowdown for when an enemy gets defeated. I think you should work that slowdown in as an ability the player gets access to make like sick plays, where it's like an enemy's coming at me at high speed, so I hit my slowdown, then spin up to actually slow my my Beyblade down so that I can dodge their high speed attack, right? 100% Beyblades, 0 arena traps. Yeah, having no traps in the arena is also something that I think would make the gameplay more satisfying, more stuff to worry about. Additionally, I think one thing that, because I watched the Beyblade anime when I was a kid, and one of the things that was always really satisfying to me was how they like have this like connection to like the spirit of their Beyblade, you know? It's like, it has like an animal inside of it, and they activate their Beyblade, and they're like, oh, the flaming phoenix activates and fire shoots out of the Beyblade. And so I think this game is missing a little bit of that personality, you know? Instead, it's a very defensive game where you just, like, this right now feels like the best thing I could possibly be doing, which is not really the most fun way to play the game, right? So I think you have a very successful prototype for what this kind of game could look like. Okay, I need to slow down. I'm taking too much damage from the walls. And they're knocking themselves out at high speed. If I'm too slow, okay. His RPMs are extremely low, so I should stall for a yellow power-up spawn. Or I just stall like this until I get all my RPMs back, 10 points at a time. Yeah. Having those on a timer also really incentivizes super defensive gameplay. Like a huge part of game design is just thinking about what are you incentivizing your player to do? And these mechanics work together in a way that incentivizes me to play super slow and super defensively. If there was a timer per round, or the enemy was like charging up some kind of special meter to use their Phoenix Blast that gives them a bunch of fire shooting out, then I would want to take them out as soon as possible. But instead, there's like no reason for me to do that. One thing I've learned from making games, you have to force the player to have fun. Yes, I think you're right. Or not even necessarily force them. You just need to incentivize them to play the game a fun way. And I do think doing these dodges and trying to like survive the onslaught and, stalling out, it's not like it's the least fun thing I've ever done or anything, but I think there are ways you could make this game way more satisfying. And incentivizing me to go for risky attacks and to spin around at high speed. Like, imagine I heal my RPMs based on the RPM differential, or the speed differential between me and my enemy. Then I'm trying to build up as much speed as possible, so I take them out at massive speeds so that I get a huge RPM differential, You basically just need to make the turtling strat really weak. Like, this cannot be the best way to win, And the fact that bouncing off the wall loses you so much HP means it's really easy to defeat the enemies by just letting them go sicko mode bouncing around until they fall over. So I think that's basically what this game is. Its big mistake is like you've accidentally incentivized a boring playstyle. Because the visuals are great, the polish is great, the core idea is super fun, the controls feel good, the sound effects a little grating. But overall, I really like what you've done with this game, other than the fact that this super defensive turtley strat. It's like, I probably shouldn't be able to talk about the design of the game so cogently and clearly and be able to focus my thoughts while fighting against 4 other Beyblades moving at that speed. But it just is the way the game works, right? Okay, I should have turtled that one out, if I'm honest. So I think I might die here because I failed my turtle. Oh, nope. The power-up spawn was perfect for me. So now I should turtle for another spawn, if I'm honest. And that's actually a way you could add that customization in. That you could add the customization for the like connection to it and having special powers by the type of Beyblade you choose. Like I could play like this and it would be super satisfying if I had picked like the turtle Beyblade. I had a turtle spirit living in here, and it was like the longer between rounds, the more my turtle like builds up his HP or something, and I can activate like turtle shell, where it's like I push all the enemies away from myself and like go invulnerable for a short amount of time. You know, you could lean into this playstyle if you wanted to. And then you could have other ones where it's like the Phoenix is like the faster you're going, the more you heal for differential, stuff like that. You could have a vampire one that it's like every time an enemy hits you, you siphon a little bit of their RPMs. There's like lots of different ways you could do it. You could turn it into a roguelike, right? I should probably leave that there. Okay, I think I might have accidentally picked it up. I don't really know what just happened. I think maybe I got hit by a bunch of super fast Beyblades from them like bouncing off of walls. But yeah, I think the mechanical implementation here is really good. Controlling my Beyblade feels awesome, and I've gotten pretty good at like dancing around and turtling. And there's a little bit of it's a little bit unfortunate once the enemies come in and start going this fast, because there's like no way to actually tell what's happening. You're kind of just hoping they don't hit you too much. I mean, look at that speed. But if you added a simple slowdown ability so that I could go into bullet time and carefully dodge around the high speed Beyblades, that would be super satisfying too. And then giving me some more control over what kind of special abilities I can pick to bring to the match would be cool too. And then also, this is just like a high score style game where it's just like, how big of a score can you get? How far can you go? And then you just do it again without really building on the mechanics. And that works great for a game jam. Again, I've said this for a couple of games now. For a jam, this is just like a perfect score in every category for me. I really enjoy how this works as a game jam game. But if you wanted to make a full Steam game of this, it needs some kind of replayability aspect to it beyond high scoring, right? It could be a roguelike-y type system where you pick upgrades for your Beyblade and you try to go against harder and harder opponents, and more arena traps get added. The opponents you go against, there are more Beyblades, or there's one really powerful Beyblade, like stuff like that. Or it could be a survival, like that sort of roguelike, or it could be like a story-based game where you have like a set number of enemies and you go through it with like the character you pick, which is a different Beyblade, which means you don't have to add all these different upgrades and stuff. There are a couple different ways you could turn this into a full experience. But I think the big mistake is that it incentivizes the turtling gameplay when it's way more satisfying to bounce around like a lunatic. And second, you need to give me more options for stuff I can do and decisions I can make during the round, right? Some kind of ability on the Beyblades, some kind of more power-ups that get spawned, and more like ways for me to express my skill with controlling the Beyblade, which I think bullet time is a great way to do that. So I think those are the suggestions I would give you for improving the game overall and how you could turn it into a full package. But I think you did a really good job with this. So great job, great job. But with that, I think I will go eat some food because I am starving. I remember working on my favorite game I made. It's built around a core gimmick made by a co-developer, which I dare not touch. The game is a black box, and I made it. That's cool. That's cool. Your co-developer made this like core feature, and then you're just building everything around that. That's fun. That's a fun design challenge too. It's like, here's a core mechanic. You're not allowed to touch how this works at all. Build a game around it. I think that's actually a pretty fun design challenge too. So that's cool. Really hope you can play my game next stream. We'll see. We'll see. You were next on the list for this stream, but like I said, I rebalanced the list between streams. So we'll see if you fit in with the games next time. All right. Thanks everyone for watching. Make sure you click like on the stream if you enjoyed it, and I will see you all next time. Peace.